KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. The flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. It's Sacktown Sports 1140. Sacktown Sports headlines.
With your Sacktown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. They all rose last night in New York. Aaron Judge hit home run number 60. He is now one short of tying former Yankee Roger Maris's American League record, 61 home runs. That wasn't the only big shot last night in New York, as Giancarlo Stanton hit a game-winning grand slam for the Yankees. Buster Posey is back in San Francisco. Well, not on the field. Posey reportedly will be joining the San Francisco Giants ownership group and will have a seat on the board of directors. And finally, Oakland City Council yesterday voted to not have the Howard Terminal Stadium put on the ballot, therefore taking it out of the voters' hands and leaving it to the city council. This is seen as a positive step for the Howard Terminal project in the city of Oakland. Those are your headlines. The Carmichael Dave Show, sans Jason Ross, starts now.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone. When he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song. And when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Oh, good morning. Oh, that's a close-up. Well, that's fine. I'm comfortable enough in my skin to have a close-up of my farmer tanned body. Good morning, and good morning. Hi, how are you? Wednesday, September 21st, 2022. Carmichael Dave. Jay Mars back from his babysitting soiree. Not really a baby, let's be honest. You know, his kid sitting. Might get some sprinkles on your way to work. Make sure you prepare. I look at the weather because it's great. 77's your high today. Although back in the 90s this weekend, hey, is this going to be our last hurrah?
What a tease.
What a tease.
Really enjoyed the last 3 days.
Yeah, it really
It
has.
was so good.
It's what the weather should always be like.
Wake up, skin's not dry.
So,
Golly.
not just, or wet because you've been sweating.
Exactly.
Good morning, Kevin, Paul, Mike, and Peo, everybody.
Why can everyone say good morning correctly except Paul?
I don't
Like,
know.
Paul just rolls in. I'm so cool.
Sup.
Sup, Paul.
That's probably an age thing.
Think so?
Yeah, you know.
Are you calling him old?
I'm saying he's trying to hold on to the night, hold on to the memories.
Hold on to the you.
Richard Marks used to say. How was your sitting?
It was excellent. I mean, I still got up at 4 to help produce the show.
Yes, thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
No,
So it's not like I got to take advantage of like any extra sleep or anything, but it's fine. It's the first time I've taken Isaiah to school in God, I don't know how long.
That's good though.
So no, it was a very enjoyable morning with the small child.
I miss taking the kiddos to school. That's
It's a good time.
it's a good time. It's a bonding time.
Yeah, and it's what's nice about his school is like we take him there early so he can have breakfast. He likes to socialize.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to sit in like the parent car circle thing because 85% of parents don't take their kids to school early. They take them like with 5 minutes before the bell rings.
That's right. They drop
It's like-
them off, and the circle is always fun. I would always drop the kids off before me. You can walk the rest of the way. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's just so you pull up. I'm like, wow, this is comforting.
Mm-hmm.
This is nice. This is pleasant.
I did the picking up usually because of the show,
Mm-hmm.
and because the school was literally around the corner from our house. But I would drive and get them when they were too young to walk home. And former Fox 40 sports anchor Mark Dembski lived literally right across from the school. I think you remember this. I would drop a bottle of tequila off at his house once every couple months on the front step in exchange for.
Would even knock on the door and say hi.
Sometimes I would, but Mark, who I've known for decades and love, it's one of those where you need to have a few minutes set aside.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Mark's a talker.
Mark's listen, that's why he's in the business.
As I say, most personalities are.
Personalities are, and many times it was a great talk. Sometimes though, just in and out. So I bribed him with liquor to use his driveway. It worked out okay. Well, I'm glad you're back. And
Thank you.
Thanks to Whitey Gleason and Nate and everybody yesterday for helping out and making what some say is the best show we've had in years.
Wow.
Yeah, some say
Okay,
that.
well, I will be leaving.
I know.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, I don't agree, actually.
Jason and me are just
I know.
okay.
Well, Jason's having a great time with his friends out in.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, Jason's slumming it up in New York.
He's having a fine old time.
Those broadcaster meetings do probably have to have a mini of story
I would imagine so. I'm sure
after everyone.
we'll hear a couple as we're just 12 days away from Kings basketball.
We are 12 days away from basketball.
Isn't that that's quite
Is it me? Oh.
Is it what? No, go ahead.
Does it just seem like this has been the longest summer to get to basketball in recent memory?
Yes, for many, many reasons.
And
there's a buzz. The buzz. We need to get
the buzz.
We need to get some sweepers and some.
More.
imaging.
By the way, more buzz from national media.
More buzz.
Zach Lowe hopped on the bandwagon yesterday on his podcast.
The Kings are the surprise team du jour this year.
Yeah. That can't mean anything bad's going to happen.
No. Get behind the buzz.
What is going on here?
Went to Roger Waters last night. Roger Waters.
His house?
Yeah, I went to his house. We hung out. Founding member of Pink Floyd. It was a last-minute offer from Matt Vieira used to work.
Where was he at?
Building. Where was Matt at?
Yeah,
He was
where was Raj?
Golden One Center.
Okay, I did not know this.
First off, I'd never experienced this before. We got there. The show was supposed to start at 8:00. We walk up at 8:05, and there were lines around the block. So I don't know what happened last night. Something happened at Golden One, like a computer broke or something, because they had to delay the show a half an hour because nobody could get. You couldn't get in.
Oh,
I mean, lines were wrapping from all entrances, just wrapping around the block. It was mayhem. It was madness. I say.
You say something like the computer broke, which is a perfectly logical thing to think, especially with all the technological advances. Yeah. It was probably something dumb, like the brats weren't ready or the beer wasn't cold.
Well, one thing that I noticed is, thank God, this is where men should never complain because we have it so much better than women. I saw a number of women turned away at the front of the line. They waited an hour to get to because they had their purse was too big. And I'm not ripping Golden One here because they did have people with these little signs that said your purse must be this size or smaller. Not everybody's going to notice that, but they had a number of.
Nor does everyone carry a tape measure to make sure that it's good regulation.
But I just couldn't imagine getting to the front of the line.
Oh, I'd be so angry.
And then you got to go back to your car. You got to do the whole thing over again because your purse is too big. I don't, it's anyways.
Also, ladies, bring a clutch.
I'm not going to advise them on anything to do. But
I will.
You go ahead. So this was another example of a classic. He's 70-something years old. We don't know how many more tours he's going to have. I'd never seen him. I'm not a diehard Pink Floyd fan, but I could easily name off 10, 20 songs that I've enjoyed over the years, and I recognize their place in musical history. So it's like a relic rolling through. You got to watch. So it was another one of those older people doing shows. And he opened up with this song, a very famous song, Comfortably Numb. And as many aging rockers will do, you hear how he's singing it, right? This is really, okay. So Roger Waters.
It didn't sound like this is what you're telling me.
Okay, so you hear his tone. I'm not exaggerating. Anyone at the show last night listening knows I'm not. It was, there is no pain you are receding.
See, that's the thing when you say the relics are rolling through.
It was tuned so low. And, John Bon Jovi is a great example of this. He can't hit the high notes anymore. Mm-hmm. And now Richie Sambora is gone, so he's really screwed because Sambora covered for him. So everything is tuned down so far so these guys can hit these notes. Well, this is his show open, and there's a lot of visuals and some cool stuff, a big screen, all that. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, my God, why even tour, dude? Like, this is sad.
It's really hard to see the legends, especially because you will always have this image of them doing what they do best.
That's what they do best.
And then when you see it in person,
it's
just like, it's painful.
It is. It's Jerry Rice on the Broncos.
Yeah, it's painful,
really
man.
Painful. Here's what I didn't understand. I don't remember what the second song was. I don't, but it was a different song with a higher register, right? So he finishes this, the whole thing. I thought maybe halfway through he'd go up and lights would explode and he'd sing it, the way it should. Didn't happen. Next song comes, higher register even than this one. Hits every note effortlessly. The high notes, the low notes, hits every note. It's tuned perfectly.
Well, baby, now he's just, he's picking his pitches.
Right, and I'm like, you're choosing Comfortably Numb, the opener of your show.
Shots.
That's what you're tuning down? Anyways, I knew the show was going to be interesting when it started out with a black screen and just typing across while he's reading, he's narrating. And at one point he says, and if you're one of those people that says, I'm not here for Roger Waters' politics, well, kindly F off and go to the bar. But he didn't say that. He said the word, right? You want to talk about political show? Oh, my God. And pretty much every president since Ronald Reagan at one point was on the screen making a speech during in between songs. And underneath it just says war criminal. And then what they did. He does not hold back. And we're talking Reagan, Biden, Trump.
Sure.
He didn't hold back on anybody. This is not a...
This was not a bipartisan or a partisan show, excuse me.
Well, yeah. Anyway, there was a full thing and then an intermission. We left after the first intermission because I only knew one song. I saw the set list in the second one. Here's my question as we go to break, because I worry about this the older I get. I go to, a couple concerts a year. Jay, it was incredibly too loud.
Oh, boy.
Now, on the surface, of course, you're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking.
Turn down.
It's too loud. But I started talking to people around me. And I'm like, listen, is it just me? It's uncomfortably, tickle your eardrum. It's so loud.
No, that's not good.
And you have to kind of... My theory is that he's so old that
that's probably... Between that and, like you said, if he's tuned down on some, he's going to obviously want it to make sure everyone can hear him.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was probably necessary, but to your point, it just kind of goes back to the initial point, why are we touring?
It was just uncomfortable, dude. And then we get in the car on the way home, and the ears are still ringing. I'm sure if you're a hardcore Pink Floyd Roger Waters fan, you loved it.
According to Paul, he's 79.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
God bless him.
And Paul, same age.
Glad I went, hey, well, there you go. Paul identifies. But he had a ton of energy. Honestly, went the whole show.
Good,
was fantastic. And my guess is before the show, he stopped by and saw my good friends at American Energy, and maybe he talked to them about a new HVAC system. Now, I imagine Roger Waters probably lives Stafford on Avondale or something.
He lives over actually off Madison Avenue.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe he's still in England. Either way, it's air conditioning and heating needed, whether you're in England, whether you're here. Now, I don't think American Energy services England. I do know they service Sacramento. They're a 916 company since 1981, been helping everybody here locally. And now that we are not quite out of summertime yet, not quite out of the heat, but we're rounding the corner and down the stretch we come into wintertime. Take advantage of their $2,500 off offer on a new HVAC home system installation. 0% financing. Payment plan options available. There is no reason to keep putting off making your home a place of comfort for you and your family. Now, the offer expires at the end of this month. Don't wait. Call today, 916-520-9990, or visit AmericanEnergyAir.com. Look, you want to replace that HVAC system? Okay, let me rephrase that. Nobody wants to replace their HVAC system. Nobody wakes up and goes, yeah, I'm going to replace my HVAC system. That's what I'm looking forward to. But you probably may very well need to. And it can save you money in the long run. Don't screw around. Contact American Energy. Don't get messed with by the other guys, the corporate guys. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them your buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. Big Flies, not those kind, in New York. Buster, the owner. And the countdown to Kings basketball continues. We've got leading off for you next.
You ask for more 49ers coverage, and Sacktown Sports 1140 listen.
Let's go, Niner gang.
Get all the latest 49ers news and notes online at sacktownsports.com. Plus, make sure to follow us on IG at Sacktown1140 for Emil Fragoso's live post-game show following every game.
That is what we expect out of the Niner gang. Niners win!
your home for the most 49ers coverage in Sacramento. Sacktown Sports 1140.
Let's do it.
It's time for Leading Off. Brought to you by Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, where for over 60 years, their name means a great deal in Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com. Here's cut number 1.
Is this one of my things here? Let's see. See if I can do it. Oh. Has to be in what program? PC is up. That was one. It was my thing. Okay. Props to me, though, for recognizing
For working through it.
Working through it without hitting anything. Here we go. Cut number 1.
There's a 3-1. Swung on that. There it goes. Deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. He's tied the babe. It's a Judgian blast. His 60th home run of the year. Wow. All right. Here comes the judge.
I won't say who. But
I know who.
we had a colleague come in and talk to us.
A fellow Bonnevillian.
Right before the show. And it's like, why can't the Yankees get a better play-by-play voice? Have you heard that call? It's just horrible. We're like, Michael K? No, guys, is a Judgian blast. What does Judgian even mean? And I do think it's one of those. It's talking about the great John Sterling. It's one of those, like, if you're a Yankee fan, you adore John Sterling. Sure. If you're not,
I mean, I'm in that boat. I don't understand. I get it. John Sterling's been calling Yankee games since Mantle. But as far as actually, like, if we're judging his calls being good, bad, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's definitely where people, longtime announcers, people that root for those teams fall in love with them. I felt that way about Ralph Lawler with the Clippers. Like, Ralph Lawler called Clippers games, I want to say, for 40 years?
Yes.
I never thought Ralph Lawler was a very good announcer.
No, I agree with you. And I think I think the best way I could probably try to help folks out with that is, I guarantee you on League Pass, there were a number, more than like 2, a number of basketball fans that were watching their team play the Kings at some point and going, who is this hick? Hippity hop to the barber. What is that? Is this their announcing crew? This is terrible. And of course, they're referring to Jerry Reynolds because that, for us, better not say that anywhere near us, or we will cut you.
Although I do feel like Jerry and Grant were always considered a top 5 duo. You know, you'd see the people put out those, like
Zach Lowe did it all the time.
So I don't know if Jerry's the best reference just because there were some good stuff there. But to your point, there were probably people that were just kind of very befuddled.
Sure. Or
if they tuned into a Kings game.
Even a Grant, they'd be like, what do you mean you don't like Kings back? What?
Mm-hmm.
Put him in the book and say, what does that even mean? To us, it was like, oh, yeah, that's, every.
For us, it's like, hey, stupid. It's the stat book. You put the basket in there, and now you get to go to the line. Free throw. Idiot.
Of course, nowhere is anybody saying, What is this? He's got the bucket, like, because that's a perfect line. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you are; it's the perfect line. Mm-hmm. You can't fade it. So lay off of John Sterling. Golly, Aaron Judge, number 60. We'll talk about that today, I guess. Also, Giancarlo Stanton's like,
game winner, grand slam.
I did never mind. We got to talk about that. We also got to talk about this MVP in the AL thing. You're really fired up about that. It's a fun argument. There's very few things I don't care about baseball a lot this year, but the things I do care about, I care about. We'll get to that a little bit. As a matter of fact, we'll get to that at 6:43. Number 2.
Cut number 2.
As you know, I'm here today announcing that I'm retiring. A lot of you out there probably know my first instinct is not to run and get behind a microphone. But as I thought about what I wanted to say today, I realized that it's such a unique opportunity to publicly thank so many people that helped me get here, helped me stay here, and fulfill a lifelong dream, playing Major League Baseball.
That's Buster Posey, retiring. Why are we playing Buster Posey retirement stuff?
Because he's coming out of retirement.
I mean, Buster Posey is now a baseball owner. That's right. Buster Posey has himself a piece of the San Francisco Giants. Very Very Kings-esque is the Giants ownership structure. He joins a group of 30 that have stakes in the Giants, not like a vampire stake weekend. They did not reveal Posey's share. The Giants valued around $3.5 billion. That's the fifth highest in baseball. According to Greg Johnson, the chairman of the Giants, quote, he's putting his real money in at that high value, which I think shows his commitment to the organization, his belief in baseball in general. Interesting thing about the Giants.
Also be joining the board of directors, which I do. That to me is more the.
Yes.
He won't be absentee, I think. Put it that way.
And here's another thing about the Giants, which is true. I just spoke to, and again, it's a very Kingsian ownership group, and Greg Johnson is the chairman of that group. I am a diehard lifelong Giants fan. I think you could put 100 diehard lifelong Giants fans in a room, and I think maybe 3 would have been able to say, oh, Greg Johnson's the chairman of the. I like pointing stuff like this out, that's how it should be. Mm-hmm. You should not really, maybe who the owner is by name or the chairman, but you don't know them.
You don't see him posing in pictures with players all the time on social media.
Now you're just you're Billy Joel starting the fire is what you're doing. Now, I didn't say that.
I didn't start a fire.
There's nothing wrong.
I'm adding color to your analogy.
Channeling your youth and,
I didn't say there was.
Oversized jerseys. I wonder why I'm not stoked on this season. It's like getting a new batch of cookies.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring you down.
Yes, you did.
You came in a good mood this morning.
Is why people hate
You've been in a good mood, I brought you down.
You're trying to make a new batch of cookies every year, and you still got the same moldy chocolate chips, and you're excited because you bought a new thing of flour.
Well, at least they're chocolate chips.
They're moldy chocolate chips. Number 3.
Cut number 3.
Keegan Murray, because he's going to be on a playoff team. Ooh. The Kings are going to end the streak.
All right.
Have the best record of all them rookies. So Keegan Murray is going to be your rookie of the year.
Perk?
National media just singing praises. Your Sacramento
Kings. Adored Sacramento Kings.
Keegan Murray, 12 days. 12 days until Giants-Lakers. And, of course, we'll have that coverage for you right here on Sacktown Sports 140. We'll start ramping up our conversations. Media Day. When is Media Day? Is that
Monday?
Monday.
We will be out there. Well, we being you and Jason. Cattles and Rami will be out there. They'll be broadcasting live 3 to 4:30. We'll be talking to players.
What are Jason? Have we nailed down what Jason and I will be doing out there?
Recording interviews for the next day.
Okay. Will we be in the Sacktown Sports 1140 corner?
The booth. Not Calvin.
We'll be in the Sacktown Sports 1140 chair.
Wear your polo.
Yes. Wear the new polo.
The gray polo.
Oh God. I better nail down where that is.
Yeah, you might want to find that one.
Maybe Monday will be a throwback day.
Not preferred, but
no, I got you. Media Days on Monday. We'll have all that coverage for you. Nobody will bring you the coverage of the Sacramento Kings on the inside and out better than us, and that's not bragging. That's just fact. So, hey, as we count up, yes, we'll yell, we'll scream, we'll argue, and then we'll have games, and that'll be neat. And we'll
82 of them.
82. That's the rumor. In the meantime, well, let's start with this. Canada. Oh, Canada. They lift their vax requirements. What's this going to mean for the NBA and more? We'll talk about that after this.
Your home for the most comprehensive 49ers coverage. Debo, Bosa, to our very own Armstead. The 49ers Authority. Sacktown Sports. Sacktown Sports. Your local sports leader.
Are you in the need of a loan? Well, Safe Credit Union is here to help. A home equity line of credit can help by using the equity in your home to finish projects or consolidate debt. How about looking for a new or used car? We'll get pre-approved for a safe auto loan to determine how much you can comfortably afford before you shop. Safe Credit Union is here to partner with you on your next loan. They offer flexible terms, fast processing, and excellent service from their financing experts. Safe Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
What up, world? This is your boy Kevin Hart, a.k.a. the comedic rock star. And guess what? I'm coming to a city near you with my new tour, Reality Check. And we are adding shows, doing it big. Brand new hour material, big laughs, big energy. Make sure you're in the building. Don't miss your chance to get your tickets.
Don't miss Kevin Hart, Reality Check Tour at Golden One Center on December 11th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m.
Go to KevinHartNation.com now.
Individual rates, coverage, offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. Hey, small business owner, when's the last time you checked your workers' comp rate? For many small businesses, workers' comp insurance is one of their biggest costs, but some don't check their rate often. Did you know rates can vary? In fact, taking 3 minutes to check your rate with Pi Insurance could save you up to 30%. Just go to trypi.com, share a few details about your business, and get a quote that's customized for you with no hassle or hidden fees. We know you're busy, but spending just a few minutes to check your rate could save you money. Plus, with Pi, you can have peace of mind knowing your employees are protected. Our team of friendly customer representatives are just a call away, ready to help. It's no wonder customers rate us excellent on Trustpilot. Find out how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Hey, what's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Woodland. What's going on, Chad, for Ram Power Days?
Not only do we have Northern California's best selection of heavy-duty Ram trucks, right now save up to $2,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 2500s. Plus, with 0% financing available, that means you can save thousands more avoiding finance charges.
Okay, well, that's all fine and dandy, but do you have any trucks to pick from?
We aren't the #1 heavy-duty Ram truck dealer in California for nothing. We have over 250 heavy-duty trucks available. That's the largest selection of HD inventory in Northern California. Plus, if we don't have your perfect truck available, you can custom order it. Not to mention, Hoblet's true price means the price you see is the price you pay. There are no hidden fees or add-ons when you get here.
All right, if you're looking for a new truck, Hoblet Dodge needs to be your first stop. See Hoblet Dodge's true pricing by stopping by the Hoblet Ram Truck Center in Woodland for a test drive or see their full selection at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
3,000 total net savings on new 2022 Ram 2500 tradesmen after $750 factory rebates and $1,250 dealer discounts. Rebates include $750 conquest bonus cash. Must own or be leasing non-sale active vehicle qualify. Special 0% APR for 36 months on approved credit through Chrysler Capital. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. 2778 per thousand borrowed. 10 net savings. See dealer for details.
Contractors, homeowners, and business owners, if you want to save big on DeWalt, come check out Fastener's Tool Outlet for the biggest DeWalt sale of the year. This Saturday from 9 to 3. Enjoy huge savings on cordless power tools, batteries, outdoor power equipment, hand tools, power tool accessories, and much more. Grab a cordless lawnmower kit for just $149. DeWalt reps will be on site with tool demos and free merch. Come check it out at Fastener's Tool Outlet this Saturday from 9 to 3, 6701 Power Inn Road in Sacramento, or online at fastenersinc.net.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Flex. It's a better way to watch. Well, a player to keep an eye on over the season's final 2 weeks would be A's infielder Jordan Diaz. He was called up to the big leagues on Sunday and delivered his first major league hit, a line drive to right center in the 7th inning. Earlier this year, when he made the move from AA to AAA, he became one of the youngest players in the Coast League. And combined between the two levels, he batted .326 with 19 homers and 83 RBI. Now batting, Xfinity Internet. It's made to do anything so you can do anything. Supercharge your home with incredibly fast and powerful supersonic Wi-Fi with 3 times more bandwidth that covers all the bases and then some. And strike out billions of threats with advanced security that helps keep you safe at home and on the go. If you're keeping score, that's internet that does it all. That's unbeatable internet from Xfinity, proud partner of the Oakland A's. Restrictions apply, not available in all areas.
Billy Currington is coming back to SAC with Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park too. And he's bringing some friends, Russell Dickerson, and more. September 24th at Heart Health Park in Cal Expo. Tickets are just $35, so get yours before they sell out. Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 24th at Heart Health Park in Cal Expo. Brought to you by Boot Barn, Attic Man Heating and Air, and the Gonzalez Law Office. Get your tickets and details at sacktownsports.com.
Time to check out Courtside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
Sacktown Sports Headlines.
With your Sacktown Sports Headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Everyone rose in New York last night as Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge hit his 60th home run of the season. Judge is now 1 home run away from tying Roger Maris's American League record, 61 home runs, coming up at 6:43. Carmichael Dave will tell you why Aaron Judge is the American League MVP this year. Former San Francisco Giants star Buster Posey is joining the team's ownership group. Posey will also be a member of the team's board of directors following retirement after the 2021 season. And finally, Oakland City Council voted to not put the Howard Terminal project up for on the ballot, therefore taking it out of voters' hands and leaving it in City Council's hands. This is seen as a win for a potential Howard Terminal Stadium in the city of Oakland. Those are your Sacktown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show on Sacktown Sports.
They've been here for a combined 50 years. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Chat room on the YouTube. Go to Sacktown Sports 1140's YouTube page. Is, of course, fired up with all the topics we've brought up today. Nope, wait, they're going over best bands of all time. Because that's what they do, and you just kind of let them run. Mike says it perfectly, by the way. You have two people in this world, the people that say Elvis was the greatest and the people who swear the Beatles are. And you know what? I can't really argue with that. It's kind of like
a generational thing,
I
though,
guess.
for sure.
Like, I never really got Elvis.
Yeah, not for me.
Elvis is kind of in my Bob Dylan, Springsteen. Like, I get it.
I get Springsteen, and I enjoy Springsteen.
I enjoy some Springsteen. I acknowledge Bob Dylan was an amazing writer.
I think Bob Dylan's lyrics were great. I think Bob Dylan's folky delivery just couldn't do it.
No, he's the Billy Corgan of Bob Dylan's.
Also, isn't it funny when you look at the YouTubers and who they put as their favorite bands? It's like it all fits. Like Paul loving Arcade Fire is just
I thought that was Samuel in there. He listed as 5 and he goes, God, I swear Arcade Fire was in there.
This Paul had Arcade
Was it
Fire
Paul?
because I saw it and I was like, you would like Arcade Fire.
Oh, here we go. Samuel goes, my top 5 bands: Pink Floyd, Arcade Fire.
So 2 Arcade Fires?
I guess Pearl Jam, Fleetwood Mac, and Led Zeppelin. And it's like I'm not gonna say anything about anything, but like it's almost like one of those kids is doing his own thing. Like no disrespect to Arcade Fire, but really, like Beatles, Elvis, Mozart, Panic at the Disco, and the Rolling Stones. And everyone needs to lay off of Coldplay at some point. At some point, Coldplay is going to get the credit that
you need to lay off of Coldplay.
Listen, I don't go around, waving my Coldplay flag, but the best-selling band in this millennium. And I understand that doesn't equate too great, but go see them live a few times like I have. I'm not trying to say they're the greatest band ever or anything. I'm just saying the whole 40-Year-Old Virgin really ruined Coldplay, is what for a lot of people.
Did they ruin Coldplay or did they expose Coldplay?
They didn't expose Coldplay. You know what? It's like you either listen to Coldplay or you hear Coldplay. All right, you gotta give it a shot. Not so much the new stuff. Canada sounds
Speaking
like
of Coldplay,
they're dropping the vaccine. Well, yeah, hockey, wintertime, exactly. Well done. They're dropping the vax requirement for people who enter the country. Sounds like that'll happen by the end of this month, which there's only like 9 days left, so very, very soon. In order to enter the country right now, the government currently requires a person to have received a second dose or 1 dose of the Johnson & Johnson before entering, at least 14 days before. Looks like that's going to happen. So in baseball, unvaxxed players have been placed on the restricted list during their team's games in Toronto. They don't get paid. They don't accrue service time, according to an agreement in the NBA. Teams were informed via memo last month. Players still need to have either a vax or a medical clearance in order to play games. The majority of NHL players, by the way, were vaccinated last year. Todd Bertuzzi of the Red Wings is one of the guys.
Going back to the NBA thing, though, are they still going to enforce that despite Canada? Okay, I was going to say.
No, that'll drop. They did that because they had to. Once Paul, okay, we got to move on. I'm sorry, Paul weighs in. Bob Dylan was an underrated songwriter. What?
Underrated?
I
think he's rated just
literally
fine.
on every, and I'm not a Dylan guy, but I acknowledge it. On every list of greatest songwriters ever,
it's always Bob Dylan.
Top 5, you're going to find Dylan, and then probably McCartney and Lennon are going to be in there, and then whoever. Everyone, like literally every
This is why Paul bothers me.
Golly. And thanks, Paul, for pointing out he and I are apparently the same age.
Okay.
But there's physical age and there's,
Right.
I mean.
Can't all look like a stunning Ute like you.
Paul's 82 years old.
That goes Arcade Fire Shows.
Bob Dylan is an underrated songwriter. I need that shirt. Nick Chubb is, you want to, you know what?
There's an underrated running back.
There's an underrated
Can we
running
agree
back
on that?
Toiling away in Cleveland.
Right.
Was tremendous at the University of Georgia. All he's done is come in and play a ton of games and score a bunch of touchdowns and has Kareem Hunt stealing snaps from him and still managed to score 3 touchdowns on Sunday.
I think he's stealing snaps. I think he's actually giving some much needed time off during the game.
All I'm saying is that if Kareem Hunt, if it was Jeff Wilson Jr. backing up Nick Chubb, he'd probably have even more carries and even more numbers.
I agree.
So Nick Chubb scored 3 touchdowns on Sunday in that crazy loss to the Jets, including this one in the fourth quarter.
Schwartz wide to the right from the Jet 12. Brissett takes the snap, gives it to Chubb, takes it left, takes it outside, got the corner. 10, 5, cut back, touchdown! He's got a hat trick! Take off your hat and throw it out there for Nick Chubb!
Hey, 3 touchdowns for Nick Chubb. They're up big time.
There's no way you can find anything wrong with scoring a touchdown. It's football.
It's fantastic stuff.
Jump!
Exactly. Well, as you know, the Jets came back and won the game. Nick Chubb had media availability yesterday, and here's what he had to say.
I probably shouldn't have scored right there, honestly, looking back at it. It cost us a game. A lot of things went wrong, not just one thing, but collectively as a unit, as a team, we could have all did things different, but I mean, it's only a problem because we didn't win, so I probably should have went down.
What? He expanded a little bit on that.
I mean, yeah, I probably shouldn't have scored right there, honestly, looking back at it. It cost us a game. A lot of things went wrong, not just one thing, but collectively as a unit, as a team.
Well, he said the same thing. They just labeled it as a different clip. Okay. When Nick Chubb scored, that put the team up 30-17. With 1:55 to play, they were up 13 points at home against the New York Football Jets.
Mm-hmm.
With 1:55 to play in the fourth. Nicholas, my guy, who I love. I do love Nick Chubb.
Great name.
You have nothing to apologize for.
At all. That should have been the icing on the cake.
It was. And then the Browns franchise flipped it.
And then Joe Flacco, as he's done his whole career,
dude,
out there with under 2 minutes in the fourth to lead the Jets back. Absolutely not on Nick Chubb at all.
In any way, shape, or form. I get the leadership.
There's leadership, but I forgot who we were talking about earlier in the week, where it was like, I think it was, Derek Carr out there taking those licks, in the post game, always taking it on himself.
Right.
I like that, but I also feel like part of being a good leader is being able to constructively point out the flaws with your team. And so going out there and basically saying, yeah, me putting the icing on the cake with the touchdown and putting us up 13 with less than 2 minutes was a bad thing.
Yeah.
Dude. No. I don't feel like that's good leadership.
In what world are you when Nick Chubb scored, okay? The Cleveland Browns had a 99.9%, I'm looking at it, win probability with, what did we say, 1:55 left. And the only reason it wasn't 100% was for reasons like that, right? Then the line on the graph goes straight up.
Mm-hmm.
In one of the most improbable comebacks in NFL history.
By the Jets, of all teams.
The Jets.
Hey, Tom Brady back there.
Not the Bucks, not the Pack.
Not the Chiefs.
No,
not the Bills.
The Jets on the road.
Jets in Cleveland.
You know, one thing I haven't seen, and I'm surprised, and I'm sure it's out there. Here's what I want to know, and I know it's out there. If you'd have put $100 on the Jets winning straight up the moment after Nick Chubb scored, what would you have won? What were the odds? Like, seriously, 10 grand? Would you have won 10 grand off that $100? I'm not joking. It could have been something.
The British monarchy. That's
right.
what you would have
You
won.
get the whole thing.
Yes.
You get Buckingham Palace, a couple of the Rolls Royces. Yeah, Nick, no reason to apologize whatsoever. Aaron Judge, he has no reason to apologize. He goes yard. He channels the babe and gets some help. But is he the MVP? That's our favorite sports argument. We'll talk about it next.
Get your 49ers fix every week with the Return of the Empire podcast, featuring Jay Mars and 49ers insider Emil Fergoso.
Let's go, Niners!
At SacktownSports.com, your local sports leader.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave from my good friend Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. Shelby, Peter, the whole team over there at RefinanceWithShelby.com, making it happen. Listen, local lenders. Local lender, a reputation to uphold. With other banks, you're just a number. Why would you possibly want to purchase or refinance from someplace in Southern California or Florida or Texas or Ohio? Why don't you try purchasing or refinancing with local folks that live amongst us, that worry about word of mouth, that know the title companies, that know the appraisers, and if you're trying to purchase, that know the realtors? So when realtors are looking at multiple offers, they say, you know what? I've worked with Shelby before a bunch of times, and I know if you got a pre-approval from him, your deal is going through. They can close a purchase loan in 17 days. That's speed on your side with a local lender. You can compete with cash offers. RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRE number 0186435.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at last year's Elk Grove Dodge. Vince, I suppose you're wearing your big guy football jersey because, well, it's football season.
That's right.
And you're number 60, which is significant because...
Because for over 60 years, the name Lasher means a great deal.
Then you must have a great play in mind for Ram Power Days.
I do, on Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s.
All I can say is you better be going deep with a discount.
I'm going all the way to the red zone.
The red zone?
Save 11 grand off MSRP and over 35 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s.
11 grand off Ram 1500 Bighorns? That sure beats the competition, Vince.
I know. I'll say it again during Ram Power Days at Oak Grove Dodge. Save 11 grand off MSRP on over 35 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. Only at Lasher's Oak Grove Dodge in the Oak Grove Auto Mall and online at oakgrovedodge.com.
Includes 5,500 in California National Chrysler Capital Conquest and select inventory retail bonus cash. Must finance the Chrysler Capital OAC and have qualified vehicle for at least 30 days. Sample VIN 420627 ends 10/3/22.
Hey kids, it's Carmichael Dave talking to you about Capital Casino. Summertime heat is here, and Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite all of you to soak up some air conditioning, hang out, have some food, have a beverage. Always the most variety of table games in the region. Always the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The calendar might tell you it's fall, but at Premier Pools and Spas, summers are endless. The huge Endless Summer Sale event at Premier Pools and Spas is back. This weekend only save thousands on your new pool. Join the party this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Rancho Cordova showroom and enjoy catered tacos, a bounce house, face painting, and gifts for the kids. Get next year's pool at this year's price, plus extra savings. If you're like us and too excited to wait till the weekend, call Premier Pools to schedule your free design appointment today.
Dell Technologies' semi-annual sale has arrived, and it's time to upgrade to the latest business technology. Save big on laptops and desktops with Windows 11 Pro. Plus, get amazing deals on server, storage, and cloud solutions, as well as top work accessories, including docks, monitors, and more. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for special business offers during our semi-annual sale.
Are you in the need of a loan? Well, Safe Credit Union is here to help. A home equity line of credit can help by using the equity in your home to finish projects or consolidate debt. How about looking for a new or used car? We'll get pre-approved for a safe auto loan to determine how much you can comfortably afford before you shop. Safe Credit Union is here to partner with you on your next loan. They offer flexible terms, fast processing, and excellent service from their financing experts. Safe Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Stimulating conversation about kitchen gadgets and baseball cards.
I think that's really crazy interesting.
It's the Carmichael Day Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Here's the 3-1. Swung on that. There it goes. Deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. He's tied the Babe. It's a Judgian blast. His 60th home run of the year. Wow. All right. Here comes the Judge.
I don't know if you heard this or not. Aaron Judge hit a home run last night.
What?
Yeah. Number 60.
That's a lot.
That was John Sterling on the call. And
fielders on the left side for Judge, and here's the 3-1. Drill deep to left field. There it goes. Number 60. Slide over, babe. You've got some company. Aaron James Judge has tied George Herman Babe Ruth with 60 home runs.
yeah. So
better call.
It was. We were messing with
Who was
Michael
that,
Kay the other day.
Is that Michael Kay?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was better call. Very good call. And then the tweet right above, I'm getting this off of Twitter, the tweet right above it from some lady named Stacy. I'm hoping John Sterling gets laryngitis and misses calling Judge's 61st and 62nd.
Mm-mm.
I'm a lifelong Yankee fan, and I'd hate for his call to be used for all eternity. I never could stand his style. That's a little rough.
Okay, John's a little old. Laryngitis could really do some damage to him. We're not hoping for that.
So Judge hit 60.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Because I know we're going to MVP talk. There was somebody angry about this last night.
Who?
Your man friend, Duron Ravel.
Why was he? Oh, was he angry at the people who caught it?
Well, what they got in exchange for it. So it was caught by a 20-year-old named Michael Kessler.
Yeah.
And the Yankees,
no relation to Walker Kessler, no rookie with it. Yeah.
So obviously the Yankees want the ball back. Kessler obliges. Do you want to know the deal he took?
I do, but I think the fans need to know.
The ball that tied Babe Ruth, this is Ravel's own words. The ball that tied Babe Ruth was bartered for 4 signed baseballs, a signed bat, and a quick meetup with a Judge to take some pictures. The most value part of the offer? The pictures, especially in today's social media era. The rest of the lot worth $1,500 tops. Then he explains why the Yankees need to step it up for 61 and 62.
Yeah, and I saw the article, and of course this is going to be Ravel. I'm a little split on this. The Disney in me says, you know what? This is what we want our youth to do. These college kids, you get a couple of signed things. By the way, one of the guys, first off, can we acknowledge that one of those guys caught the ball and brought his boys with him?
Yes.
Like so that's already a bro move right there. Good for you, kid. Secondly, they don't hold Judge or anybody up for anything. They want some bats and probably got some tickets out of it and got whatever.
They didn't even, according to Ravel.
They'll get
some balls, some pictures, and a bat.
Yeah. So the Disney in me says, you know what? That's awesome. That's awesome. Good for them. But then the realist is like,
bring it out.
You're just, what are you doing? You're not like ladling soup at the kitchen for the needy. This is just you being, give me a break. It's not like Judge is coming out of pocket with it. And by the way, if he was coming out of pocket with it, he's got the money.
Yeah.
You're college kids.
So do the Yankees, by the way.
You could probably, I wouldn't say you could buy a house with the money you'd get, but that money, let's put it this way. That's the type of money that gets wired.
Yeah.
You don't fold it. It gets wired digitally into your account. It's a big chunk.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. But there's some people in this world that legitimately think that doing something like that is going to end up bringing you 10 times that in karma.
It's doing the right thing. And
but
we're doing
the right thing
by the Yankees and Aaron Judge it is, but I'm on the realist side of Dave. That's not doing the right thing.
No.
Make $1 billion franchises pony up.
Yeah. And I don't know, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be that guy who has maybe I would be that kind of professional negotiator. Maybe I do hire somebody going in and go, hey, what's it going to take? You don't want to overplay your hand.
Nah.
And the other thing there is too is how much leverage do you have? Is that ball ultimately, isn't it 61 or 62 that's going to be more valuable?
It'll be more valuable, but 60 still has value, especially in the New York area, tying Babe Ruth.
It'll have value, the tying, but the breaking, I think.
Put it this way, it has more value than $1,500.
Yeah, but that's what they did.
Oh,
hooray for them! By the
Good
way,
job.
You got to see Aaron Judge hit 60. Something else happened in that game too last night in the Bronx.
The 2-2. Swung on, drilled to deep left. That ball is going to be gone. A grand slam to win the game. A no one out, bases loaded grand slam, bottom of the ninth. And the Yankees have come back in the ninth inning with 5 runs to win the game 9-8. Stanton finally delivered a bullet line drive in the left field seats.
Okay. By the way, let's be fair here.
To win the game. That one's drilled to left field. Is it high enough? See ya! A walk-off grand slam, and the Yankees win. Judge hit 60, and the Yankees win in walk-off fashion.
I think Sterling did a lot better in that second call, by the way.
Yeah, neither call is ideal.
No, it's not. Giancarlo Stanton, formerly Mike.
MVP.
Giancarlo Stanton, who has been ice cold lately, batting like 1-something with 2 home runs in the last month, something like that. I don't know if you saw this home run.
I did.
I think they said it got 40 feet off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people say things like, oh, that's a laser shot. This was a line drive base hit that happened to go into the stands.
He just hit it so hard.
At about 700 miles per hour.
You're in the outfield. You see that baby coming. You're getting out of the way, right? You're not trying to catch that thing. That'll take your arm off.
If I am in the stands and I see that ball coming towards me, I'm looking at my wife and I'm going, ah! And then I'm moving.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to use my wife as a human shield.
Okay,
Sorry.
now that's not nice.
Is that bad? Is that not what you're supposed to do?
Wouldn't admit that on
What
the
about
radio.
one of my kids?
That's fine.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Wife has more value, brings more to the table financially.
Yeah,
like,
get a couple of season tickets.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Maybe
kids cost way more. Like, come on. You got to be reasonable here.
So congratulate. What a night, by the way. And I will say this. I have no, I think New York City is a fine town and it's fun to visit. I have no rooting interest for any of the teams, obviously. I will say this. Walk-off home run when they play Sinatra, New York. That's fun.
Yes.
That'd be a fun thing to experience.
It's a gimmick, but it's a well-done gimmick.
It's a gimmick. It's one of our bucket list items, my wife and I, is we want to go to Madison Square Garden or Citi Field, and we want to see Billy Joel perform. He does these basically a residency there where he does all these shows that all sell out, by the way. And we want to be sitting in the stands. We talked about this during like a cool summer evening. And when he breaks out the opening piano riff to New York State of Mind, like, come on, dude. That I know that's an old man thing, but Billy Joel's before my time a little bit. Still, you got to acknowledge some of that stuff. We're running out of time here, and I don't want to just truncate this conversation, so we'll spill it over. The question now becomes, how is it possible that Aaron Judge doesn't win the MVP? By the way, he is in sole possession of first place in all 3 Triple Crown categories, including now batting average by 1 point. So we'll get to that at some point because Shohei Ohtani still has a heck of a case and might have a winning case there. In the meantime, there's a player on the market all of a sudden that is absolutely perfect for the Sacramento Kings. Jay and I rarely agree on anything. We agree on this. We'll tell you who and tell you how the Kings could get him. We'll do that next.
Live and past broadcasts of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and Cattles and Rami. Interviews, podcasts, and more. They all live on the Sacktown Sports 1140 app. Download the app now in the App Store and Google Play.
This is Joe Cordell. In other ads, I've talked about the weighty matters that are on the table in divorce: assets, debts, spousal support, and of course, children. But here I want to talk to you about a troublesome issue that arises early and often in the divorce process, but which attorneys, including myself, say too little about, and that's the cost of a divorce. Yet as important as this factor is, it shouldn't overwhelm the more deserving issues that are raised by divorce. But here are just a few things that Cordell & Cordell is doing to help. We have now reduced our initial deposit or retainer. Also, there's no longer a charge for initial consultations for those who retain. And finally, we now provide on the front end a maximum fee pledge for certain modification and support.
What up, world? This is your boy Kevin Hart, a.k.a. the comedic rock star. And guess what? I'm coming to a city near you with my new tour, Reality Check. And we are adding shows, doing it big. Brand new hour material, big laughs, big energy. Make sure you're in the building. Don't miss your chance to get your tickets.
Don't miss Kevin Hart, Reality Check Tour at Golden One Center on December 11th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m.
Go to KevinHartNation.com now.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy, and you know now's the time to replace your system, and you can get $2,500 off on a new HVAC home system installation, 0% financing, and payment plan options available. There's no reason to keep putting off making your home a place of comfort for you and your family. Offer expires September 30th. Don't wait. Call today, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990, or go to AmericanEnergyAir.com, your second opinion partner.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pie customer.
As a small business, we're always looking for ways that we can offer the quality product and get some cost savings.
Meet Michelle from J.J. Pfister Distilling Company, a small business in California. When looking for workers' comp coverage tailored to the company's needs, she discovered Pie Insurance.
We heard about Pie Insurance being geared for a small business, gave Pie a call, and ended up switching.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at trypie.com. Plus, with pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, which means no additional bill if your business grows.
We saved about 30% off of our workers' comp insurance when we switched to Pie.
It's as easy as pie to get the savings you deserve. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pie, or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypie.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. So Chad, honest question, why drive all the way to Hoblet when the other guys are so much closer?
Well, I can tell you about our true pricing policy where the price you see is the price you pay. No add-ons or hidden fees. I can tell you we have one of the largest selections of new Ram trucks in California because we are the #1 heavy-duty Ram truck dealer in California, or I could let our customers tell the story.
Hoblet is the best dealership in California by far. Excellent service, value, and overall experience. Felt like we were joining a great community buying from Hoblet. Would recommend them to all my family and friends.
Come see for yourself why Hoblet Dodge is your small town dealer with big city selection and savings. Come be treated like family instead of a sucker with Hoblet's true pricing with no dealer markups, add-ons, or hidden fees. Stop by Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland, the Hoblet Ram Truck Center off County Road 102 and I-5 in Woodland, or search our full inventory with Hoblet's true pricing at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Jane Spicer's mom, the namesake of Jane's company, Daphne's Head Covers, always told Jane to do good when the company was doing well. Spicer took that to heart in growing her animal golf head cover company as an industry leader. Most famous for creating the legendary Tiger head cover for that guy that wears red on Sundays, Spicer also creates head covers for Patrick Cantlay, John Daly, Colin Morikawa, and more. Daphne's head covers are also carried by Lydia Ko, Jin Young Po, and Nelly Corda, among others. Through sales of head covers, Spicer supports Golf for Africa, Veterans Golfers Association, Ernie Els Fancourt Foundation, Girls Golf of Phoenix, and others. Daphne's head covers are so sure of the quality of their designs and materials that they carry a lifetime satisfaction guarantee. Whether you fancy yourself a lion, a yellow lab, or a sloth, there's a Daphne's head covers to fit your personality and your expensive driver. Check them out at your local pro shop or see all their designs at daphnesheadcovers.com. That's your golf to go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Billy Currington is coming back to SAC with Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, too. And he's bringing some friends, Russell Dickerson, and more. September 24th at Heart Health Park in Cal Expo. Tickets are just $35, so get yours before they sell out. Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 24th at Heart Health Park in Cal Expo. Brought to you by Boot Barn, Attic Man Heating and Air, and the Gonzalez Law Office. Get your tickets and details at sacktownsports.com.
Time to check out Courtside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
The flagship.
Ball game. Sacramento wins.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. Sacktown Sports 1140. The flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. Sacktown Sports headlines.
With your Sacktown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Everyone rose in New York last night as Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge hit his 60th home run of the season. Judge is now one home run away from tying Roger Maris's American League record, 61 home runs. Former San Francisco Giants star Buster Posey is joining the team's ownership group. Posey will also be a member of the team's board of directors. The former MVP and three-time World Series champion retired after last season, spending parts of 12 seasons in San Francisco. Oakland City Council turned down a ballot measure that would have given residents a chance in November to decide whether the city should use public funds on the site proposed by the Oakland A's. This is seen as a positive development for those in favor of building the proposed stadium at Howard Terminal. Those are your headlines. I'm Jay Mars. Hour 2 of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross starts now.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports 1140.
A bit of a lie there by Jay Mars, but we'll let it go because he said now more of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
That's the official title of the show.
I understand that, but there shouldn't be a title when he's gone. Now it's Carmichael
We should
Dave
have
Show.
separate titles.
Yes. Carmichael Dave Show with Jay Mars.
What do we call it when you're gone?
The Jason Ross Show with Jay Mars or the Jay Mars? How about J&J in the morning?
Okay.
Actually, that sounds like a vaccination thing. You'll turn people
yeah,
off.
good
That's
idea.
what the study said. You can't do that. Nope. Come on, man. You got to listen. Welcome back. Good morning. Good to be with you.
I see the music debate is still going strong in the YouTube chat.
You know, I will say this. One of the positive / major drawbacks of me quitting smoking is a lot of times I'll stay, you know, I usually stay in studio. I was actually late for a break for the first time in a long time. I misread the minutes, as I will often do. So one of our 1 minute breaks I thought was a 6 minute break
Nice.
right before 3 for yesterday. So that was fun for Whitey and Nate to scramble too. And I was just doing laps around the top of the building, as I often will do. I'll just walk around.
Get steps in.
Get my steps in. Well, unfortunately now I stay in here and I see what the weirdos on the chat line are doing. And of course I got to jump into the weirdo Olympic pool and swim around.
Oh, I thought that was so funny.
And it's a good, you listen, you get into a music conversation like that. And now, you know.
I was said that I am a boy band groupie. Ouch.
Because you know why? Because Paul's mad at you. You can tell Paul's a little annoyed.
You know, it's funny because
he's going to say he's not, but he's
angry
a little bit.
And he burnt me with that one. And then he's like, I hate the disco era. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, yeah, a genre of music that beautiful women like to dance to. I could definitely see why Paul hated that.
I personally would like for you to bring back your Color Me Bad look from the early 2000s.
I can't grow the hair anymore.
That's fine, but you can still kind of do the beard, the
little baby goatee, the too big, the oversized.
Right.
What kind of shirts? Collared shirts. Yeah, no, I could do it.
You look like you look like one of the guys in the D in the Box skit on SNL, Timberlake and.
Yes, I know the skit.
Yeah, he was a little bit. Hi, welcome back. I meant that as a compliment, by the way.
I know you did.
I did.
No.
Did you take it as one?
100%.
The Phoenix Suns.
Color me complimented.
The Phoenix Suns. They're looking to get out from under the salary cap. In other Phoenix Suns news, it actually has to do. By the way, how great is that? They were a game or two away from being NBA champions.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get unceremoniously tossed out of the playoffs last year with the best record in the NBA by the Grizz.
You mean the Mavs?
Or the Mavs, I'm sorry. I said the Grizz.
One of the worst Game 7 performances in NBA history.
Ever at home. And now they've got to deal with, just as their media day is happening, oh, hey, our owner is garbage. And we all know he's garbage. Now we got to talk about how garbage he is.
You know what was funny is for 2 years, everyone was saying, man, look at the Suns. Despite having one of the worst owners in the NBA, look at the Suns thriving.
Yes.
Yeah, it didn't take old Sarves too long, did it?
It gave stuff like that gave us hope here.
Right.
Like you could have it, but here's the thing. We can make fun of Kings ownership all we want for bad basketball moves and just, well, I don't need to get into it. All the silliness over the years. However, we're like the opposite of the Suns when it comes to ownership. From a character standpoint, like our ownership is rad. That is one thing that to me is unimpeachable. Whether you agree with everything or not, I've always enjoyed the tone from our ownership and how they are forward thinking.
They're forward thinking, and I think sometimes too it gets lost that this ownership group definitely wants to win.
Yes,
that doesn't translate to knowing how to win, but where someone like Sarver is like probably did not care.
They can be. Listen, I think it's fair to say this is a fair comment. But this is a fair comment. They can be the most inept failures in the entire NBA when it comes to fielding a competitive basketball team, and that's not me being mean. Literally,
no, you just look at the evidence.
Kings ownership, since they bought the team, the most inept failures in the NBA, not by more than double. What is it? Charlotte is it Charlotte? That's somebody's at 6.
I think it's the Hornets.
Is it the Hornets?
Maybe.
I think they're at 6. We're at 16.
Well, not just that, and this will be the 10th season of this group.
Correct. So they can be inept failures at basketballing and be amazing at everything else, the development of Doko and all the stuff they've done. So you got to be fair there. There's no Sarvering here or anything like that. They're just not good at winning. But they want to win. Terribly want to win.
And there's plenty of owners who could care less as long as the franchise valuation goes up.
That's the thing, like John Fisher. The Kings could have a John Fisher type owner that's just trying to make some money, doesn't really care. No, the Kings are willing to spend money. So anyways, in Phoenix, they're dealing with all this crap. And now apparently it comes out they've been active in trade discussions with Jay Crowder as a possible outgoing player. They're already in the luxury tax. They got to get out of it. Brian Windhorst, who knows he is the oracle of the NBA. He says the Suns are active, very active within the last week. Yes, doing the finger point. He's on the market. Whether or not there's going to be a deal for him, again, I'm quoting Windhorst, that we'll have to wait and see. He's on the last year of his deal. It's possible they can do a deal that would bring back more money on. They're not afraid to spend. So maybe they're looking at Bojan Bogdanovic from the Jazz. Several teams are bidding on him. Also, Cam Johnson, contract extension. They're working on that. So you and I both agree when we saw this. Jay Crowder would be perfect for this team.
Perfect.
Now, we've talked before about how there's not enough stars on this team, but there's a bunch of basketball guys.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Crowder's a guy who's not a star, but he's from his Celtics years, from his Suns years. This guy's a playoff-tested dog. Miami.
Played a long time.
Think about the cultures he's been around. And, yeah, I'm even counting the Suns culture because you've got Chris Paul. You've got that whole crew in there. Mikal Bridges, even though he's young, coming up. That's a good player culture there, led by their coach, who is Monty Williams, who's fantastic. So being able to grab a guy like Jay Crowder, he's not going to give you 20 and 10. It's not one of those moves that's flashy. It's one of those moves that honestly could pay off in the long run when it comes to accountability and leadership.
Jay Crowder's the type of dude that's going to check you in practice if you're BSing.
Yes, and that's what they need. He okay, I don't want to call him when I say something like he's diet Draymond Green, I in no way, shape, or form mean that Jay Crowder's defense is at a level of Draymond Green, or to make that comparison. What I mean is he is a fiery Draymond, Pat Beverly, Jay Crowder, Marcus Smart, all different and different levels of different things.
He's perfect. He's a dog, man.
That gritty dogginess that the Kings sorely lack.
He's the type of dude that if he sees his teammate get thrown down on the ground, he's the first guy that's going to get in someone's face.
Correct. So, Jay Crowder makes just over $10 million a year.
It's not bad.
Right. So then the question becomes, well, what could the Kings do in order to take on Jay Crowder? And honestly, I don't know, man. The only thing I can think of is that maybe they take on a little bit of salary. The only move I see that would, I mean, there's a couple of moves that would quote unquote work, but I just keep coming back to Harrison Barnes. And because Jay Crowder can play that same position, they can slide. Now that's also a position they're very, very thin at. So you could also make the argument, hold on, dude, that's the last guy you want to trade, Harrison Barnes. Bring Jay Crowder in to help supplement that position at the 3.
The other side, the other guy you look at though too that might actually work too is someone like a Rashawn Holmes. You do have a lot of size. You know, you have a lot of big men right now, and he's the type of guy you can make that work contractually. And if you're Phoenix, you don't know what's going to happen with DeAndre Ayton. Clearly, he did not sign back there willingly.
Right.
So it may be a thing where you mid-season, if things are not going the way they're supposed to be going, and all these distractions they have, he might be a guy they try to get off of. Would be nice to have some insurance there.
Yeah, nope, absolutely. I agree. And other than that, I mean, there's really nobody else in there you're going to look to move. You could pile together the Terrence Davises and Alex Lenz of the world. I don't know what that does for them.
You'd have to add, I think, a couple second-round picks if you're doing something like that, which, again, might be intriguing to Phoenix.
The only thing about the Holmes deal is that he's signed for another 2 years after this one, the player option in the second. He makes 11, 12, and 12, almost 13. So I'm just trying to look for a way to get them out of the tax, but obviously Barnes for Crowder isn't going to do it. They're actually taking on a little bit more money in that case.
Well, I think Barnes is a better player than Crowder. I think Phoenix would love the idea. If they're talking about wanting Bojan Bogdanovic, they would gladly take Harrison Barnes. If I were the Kings, I'd actually need a little something more than Jay Crowder.
I think Harrison Barnes is a better player. I do. But do you think Jay Crowder might be a better player for the Kings?
You're basically asking him to step into a starting role, which I don't think at this point is Jay Crowder's, cup of tea. I think Jay Crowder's definitely a guy you bring off the bench. I think Harrison Barnes is, I get where you're going with it from a mentality standpoint. I'd agree. If we could put Jay Crowder's mentality in Harrison Barnes, oh my God, it would be great. But I think Harrison is that much more talented where it actually does you a disservice.
Shaq put Stevie Wonder's name in his mouth, and a classic conspiracy theory is off and running again. We're back in just 60 seconds with Reefer.
Breaking news, the latest happenings with your favorite teams.
Do you ever wonder about what the heck all these kids are doing on the computers all the time?
Stay up to date with all of it by following us on Instagram and Twitter.
Excuse me, gentlemen, a little update for you.
At Sacktown 1140.
Let West Coast Car Audio of Galt and Stockton help you beat that heat this summer. How, you ask? How about tinting your entire car for only $79? Offer valid at Galt and Stockton locations only. Get your entire car tinted for only $79 at West Coast Car Audio of Galt and Stockton. Don't need tint? No problem. West Coast Car Audio and Tint wants to help you save money with amazing deals on alarms, car, boat, and ATV stereos and more. The new Galt location of West Coast Car Audio also does paint protection film. Plus, they do ceramic car coating starting at only $299. Give the experts at West Coast Car Audio and Tint of Galt and Stockton a call today, or come check them out in person.
Safe is such a great word. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. Safe just makes me feel secure with a sense of comfort. And in these turbulent times, finding anything that makes you feel protected is good for the soul. Being a member of Safe keeps your money local, gives you access to lower rates and higher dividends, while also giving you a sense of comfort that comes from knowing that your money is, well, safe. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Question 1.
All right, Jason Ross will be back tomorrow. We'll be at full strength.
We will be at full strength.
Wow. And I have, just so you know, I have no more days off scheduled till Thanksgiving.
Wow.
How about that? I can sit here and tell you right now. We'll all take.
I have 3, by the way,
between now and Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
God, I thought we weren't allowed to be gone during football, Jay.
I am not technically an on-air personality, so therefore that does not apply to me.
Do as I say, not as I do. Sincerely, management. Oh, you deserve it. 3
Thanks,
for Madness.
buddy.
Question 1.
Shaquille O'Neal said he knew the Lakers season was over last year when he heard Stevie Wonder yell brick at a LeBron James 3-point attempt. For those who are wondering, Stevie Wonder is blind, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, no.
Is Shaq telling a tall tale, or does Stevie have some splaining to do?
Okay, so seriously, this is like the dumbest.
It's great.
This is the dumbest conspiracy theory of all time, and I'm like really kind of here for it. It's so stupid. There are actual people out there. Well, there's Stevie Wonder truthers. They really are. No, you're not.
I have started to come around on the idea that
not.
Stevie Wonder being blind could possibly be a gimmick.
Dude, you're talking about
So you think Shaq's a liar?
I think Shaq is a goofus. Here's the deal, dude. This is like the whole moon landing thing. Like, forget everything else. Forget everyone gets lost in the art. Well, look at the flag on the moon and this and that. Okay, it all comes down to one thing. People can't shut up. There's way too many people that would have to keep it a secret. There's way too much money floating around that they would take. Someone would be on their deathbed. It's literally not possible.
I think Stevie's a little more possible.
The amount of people that would have to keep people that are work in his house, people that have toured with him, people that have been around him.
Dave, it's a lot easier to pretend you're blind than it is to pretend you landed on the moon. It's a hell of a lot easier.
I don't think that's the case.
All he has to do is walk around in dark sunglasses. Nobody will know.
I saw a clip once. It was like Stevie Wonder, like catching a microphone stand or something. And I was like, oh no, he's not blind. Stevie Wonder is blind. And
makes you wonder, though.
Okay, and here it is. In 2010, Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney performed in the White House East Room. Clumsily, McCartney knocked over a microphone. Stevie caught the microphone. Apparently, Oprah Winfrey bought Stevie Wonder a car. So, of course, Stevie Wonder isn't blind. Forget that maybe somebody else could, drive the car for him.
Keep covering up for him. We can't spend all day on this. We need to go to number 2.
What? Did you say that on the radio? Or
no, I'm saying it on the radio because I know we will spend the entire segment
on this. Why does Stevie Wonder sit courtside? People want to know why Stevie sits courtside. Why spend all that money when if you're blind?
Fair question.
No, it's not, because he can hear.
Yeah, but you can hear in a luxury box.
Man, cut number 2.
Question 2.
Wow, Shaquille O'Neal.
He's an idiot.
Wow.
Yes.
So Noah Hufanga visited Trey Lance in the hospital and brought him a Happy Meal.
Yay!
Best teammate ever or worst teammate ever?
Best. Come on, man. Here's the thing. Not only did he, and I'd like to know which Happy Meal it was, but I'm going to assume it's a cheeseburger.
I'm going to say nugs.
You think it's nugs?
I think it's nugs.
Either way. By the way, I had some, this is not a paid advertisement. I had one of them $7 munchie meals at Jack. I've really tried to not do the fast food. Right?
Thought we weren't smoking anything.
Well, I know, right? This was, just needed quick food is the thing. And then there's some nugs in there. And let me tell you something. Jack in the Box nuggets, tremendous.
They have really good strips, too, if you've ever had the strips.
I've had the strips many times. I've never had their nuggets. Tremendous. Anyway, okay, so he gets the nugs, the fries,
the toy,
the small drink, and the toy.
So I have questions. Did Trey Lance request a Happy Meal?
I don't know, but I'll tell you.
Does Trey Lance collect the toys? Like, why a Happy Meal?
I think because I know this. You know what? I'll tell you why.
Did you just do it for the gram?
I'll tell you why. Because it's not called a sad meal.
Oh, geez.
It's not called a meal. It's a Happy Meal. And Trey Lance, his season's over. He's sitting in the hospital. His ankle hurts. And you know something? I'll bet you anything he smiled. You think he didn't smile?
I know he smiled. I just don't know what the smile was at. Like, bro, are you kidding me? Or, bro, this is awesome. Just a Happy Meal. I just like, a Happy Meal?
By the way,
he got my guy, his quarterback, a Happy Meal?
I believe it's currently Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Happy Meal.
Okay, now it makes more sense.
Yeah. So there's something there. Also, Nintendo Mario Kart Happy Meals also happened this year. So I don't know what the toy is he got. I was trying to do some research.
I have a feeling Trey Lance is a Happy Meal toy collector.
Best ever. Number 3.
Question 3
is, who's the AL MVP? Going to be the most overworked sports argument of 2022.
1,000 trillion billion %. Yes. It's a good argument. It has all the makings. First off, there's no right answer. There's no clear-cut right answer. I can sit here and I can spend 10 minutes right now arguing both sides passionately. Number 2, it involves a New York team, and not just any New York team, but a Yankees team, and Judge, and Babe Ruth, and the home runs, and the Triple Crown, and all these baseball pantheon things. But here's the thing. Everyone's comparing Aaron Judge now. After last night, the whole thing was he tied the Babe. He tied the Babe. He tied the Babe. Wait, though. Shohei Ohtani is Babe Ruth. That's who he is.
He's actually better, I would say.
I don't want to go down that road, but he's an all-star hitter and an all-star pitcher. And by the way, he's not just a guy that hits and pitches. He's not just a guy that does both. He's not going out there and being, Kevin Gausman this year and, insert average. He
does both at a high level.
He's an all-star on both levels. He's top 10 in whip and ERA in the AL. And he's got, 37 home runs, just about 90 RBI. He's probably going to be right around 40 and 100 for the year. So, yes, you have a New York Yankee making history who not only is going to have the most home runs ever hit in the AL, but also is probably going to win the Triple Crown. He's currently got all 3 categories, yet probably shouldn't win MVP because whatever he's doing better than Ohtani offensively, Aaron Judge literally has no strikeouts or,
he's a great outfielder.
Judge?
Yeah.
I thought Judge was a first baseman. Am I tripping?
Mm-hmm.
I am. I don't know where I come. I want to say Ohtani. Okay. I'm still saying.
You're still debating this? I thought you'd made up your mind. Honestly.
I have. But then the little voice inside of me goes, he's got a Triple Crown and 62 home runs, or something like that by the end of the year. And I'm going, how can you not? And they're a playoff team. They're a playoff team. He's going to win the Triple Crown and break the AL record. Talking about people like Roger Maris and Babe Ruth record for home runs. And to be honest with you, if it wasn't for steroids, Aaron Judge would probably be breaking the major league record. You want to talk about getting robbed? In what world is it that Sammy Sosa and Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire, all known PED-ers, well, they can't get in the Hall of Fame, but they're holding the record? You want to talk about robbing Aaron Judge? All of this crap going on right now, all of this hype? Imagine what that hype would be if you take away Bonds and McGwire and Sosa. And Judge is 2 home runs away from the whole enchilada on top of the Triple Crown, which you would then have to say is the greatest offensive year ever. When you break the all-time home run record and win the Triple Crown, I don't care. Maybe somebody else has had more RBI, somebody else has had a higher batting average. Of course they have. So you're talking about one of the greatest offensive years ever for a guy that may not win the MVP in the biggest market in the sport, for the biggest tentpole team in the sport, the Pinstripes, because you have this God, what would you call just somebody, just unique, weird situation.
Angel on the infield.
So I don't know, man. I'm going back and forth. When we come back, Buster Posey moves all the way up the chain on his post-playing career with the Giants. What, if anything, does that mean? In the meantime, though, I want to bring in my guy. Had a nice lunch with him last week. And I bring that up. Why do you care that I had lunch with Shelby? Like, why do you care about my social life or his social life? I bring it up only because I want to stress when I endorse somebody, I need to know who they are. We don't need to have sleepovers and watch Disney movies, but I want to know who they are. I want to be friends with them because after 20 years in the business, if I'm recommending them to you, I take a huge responsibility with that, which is why I did my refinance with Shelby, which is why we were just texting about another real estate move I'm looking at for a family member, which I bring my business to Shelby. That's why I'm asking you to bring your business to. And right now, they've got a great new product he was telling me about called the Equity Builder. This is a 10% forgivable second mortgage for first-time home buyers. It's a big intro. Good morning, Shelby. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great.
This sounds cool, dude. So give me the lowdown on this. 10% forgivable second mortgage for first-time home buyers. Give me the lowdown and why this is going to appeal to so many people.
Yeah, it's awesome. It works behind an FHA loan or a conventional loan, which means that you can qualify with a low credit score. So 640 credit score will allow you to qualify. 660 for a conventional loan. There is income limits. So, it doesn't work for people that make a ton of money, but if you're around like 80,000 and below in the Sacramento and surrounding areas, that will work. And it gives you 10% down to cover all your closing costs. It'll cover your down payment, and it's just an awesome product.
So hold on. So if I'm looking to make a down payment, and I take out this one, a down payment, closing costs, all the things you spoke about, then did I also see there's a trigger mechanism in here if you stay in the home 5 years?
Yeah, if you stay in the home for 5 years, that's what will allow them to erase the 10% that they gave you for the down payment and the closing costs.
So in effect, they're giving you your down payment and closing costs. You just have to sit in the home while your equity grows for 5 years.
And you have to be a first-time home buyer.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty awesome.
So I can't, I'm a second-time home. I can't, it's not going to be for me. No, got to spread. Okay. Well, listen, that's insane. That's awesome. For real. And with the market going the way it is, up, down, left, right, everybody's always tripping about that. You have an opportunity right now, correct me if I'm wrong, Shelby, there where you see some prices coming down. You have that whole thing where people say as the weather gets colder, it's tougher to sell your house, blah, blah, blah. It sounds like it's in some ways, especially with a program like this, more of a buyer's market than some people might let on.
100%. I mean, 2 years ago, there was no way that you could ever even use a product like this because you'd never get your offer accepted.
Right.
So right now, this is the opportunity for first-time home buyers to take advantage of something pretty awesome.
We check in with Shelby for a reason. Take advantage of that at refinancewithshelby.com. That's refinancewithshelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRE number 01864354. Buster Posey, new owner of the Giants. Kind of. We'll explain next.
From the draft to free agency to the summer league
to the games that matter the most.
It's good, and it's pandemonium at Golden One Center.
When it comes to the Kings, nobody has you covered like Sacktown Sports, your local sports leader.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the San Diego Tourism Authority.
I'm Dork Fedorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and a mix of clouds this morning with a chance for a few light showers here and there. That will be clearing, though, as we go through the day today, with temperatures expected to warm into the upper 70s for daytime highs. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
When you're happy and you know it in San Diego, there's no limit to how you can show it. Endless sunshine, coastline, and outdoor adventures inspire waves of feel-good vibes. Plan your trip today at sandiego.org. That's sandiego.org.
If you want to hit the golf ball farther and straighter, the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers you the opportunity to experience the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA Tour professionals. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is an indoor facility that opens onto the driving range so you can see your all-important ball flight. With the advantages of cutting-edge technology and analyzing your ball flight, the Hagen Oaks professional staff will make you a better player. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway, or call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
The calendar might tell you it's fall, but at Premier Pools and Spas, summers are endless. The huge Endless Summer Sale event at Premier Pools and Spas is back. This weekend only save thousands on your new pool. Join the party this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Rancho Cordova showroom and enjoy catered tacos, a bounce house, face painting, and gifts for the kids. Get next year's pool at this year's price, plus extra savings. If you're like us and too excited to wait till the weekend, call Premier Pools to schedule your free design appointment today.
Time to check out Courtside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
Sacktown Sports Headlines.
With your Sacktown Sports Headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Everyone rose in New York last night because Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge hit his 60th home run of the season. Judge is now one home run away from tying Roger Maris's American League record of 61. Former San Francisco Giants star Buster Posey is joining the team's ownership group. Posey will also be a member of the team's board of directors. The former MVP and three-time World Series champion retired last season after spending parts of 12 seasons with the Giants. Oakland City Council turned down a ballot measure that would have given residents a chance in November to decide whether the city should use public funds on the site proposed by the Oakland A's. This is seen as a positive development for those in favor of building the proposed stadium at Howard Terminal. Speaking of Buster Posey, he's an owner. Governor? They're still owners in baseball, huh? Break it down next.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. On Sacktown Sports 1140.
Red Hot Chili Peppers bringing us back. Sacktown Sports 1140. Carmichael Dave, J. Mars, Jason Ross. Allegedly. We'll be back tomorrow.
What do you mean allegedly?
Well, you never know.
It's on the docket.
You still got to get back here, dude.
He'll get back. It's Jason Ross.
What if it snows?
He'll rent an RV.
Paul says that we should call our old buddy FP Santangelo because he said on his show last night the Judge is the MVP and it's not even close. No, I think FP should call us.
Yeah.
He feels that way. It's not even close. Did he really say it's not even? I mean,
I think it's kind of close.
I think you can make the argument, of course, that Aaron Judge is the MVP.
And it's a good argument.
It's a great argument. And by the way, it might be the right argument. Could very well be. I'm not going to be mad either way, whether Ohtani or Judge wins it. I guess the question is, here's one. Put Judge on the Angels in March. Put Ohtani on the Yankees in March. Which team wins more, wins less?
It's a fair question.
I think it's a fair question. And does Judge?
I think by default it's the Yankees simply because going to Anaheim just demoralizes players.
Right.
So
Judge isn't going to have that same protection. I mean, listen, Trout and Rendon are great protection, but he's not. They don't play.
Well, Trout's been playing
now, but it's basically street clothes Trout.
Yeah, last couple of years he's been hurt.
So Judge is going to hit a bunch of home runs in Anaheim. Oh, they're going to win much. Meanwhile, you're taking away Ohtani.
Well, given that they already hit a lot of home runs in Anaheim.
That's what I'm saying. And now you got to take away Ohtani's pitching.
And we know that's the one Achilles heel of the Angels, and it's been this way for 20 seasons, yes. I feel like. It's pitching.
Yes.
They never address it. They always try to skate on pitching.
Because Artie Moreno is like the Jerry Jones of, I can't think of a third one, but Artie Moreno is the Jerry Jones of Al Davis's, the late, great Al Davis. And I'm not talking about classic Al Davis. I'm talking about later on where he basically looked at 40 times, and that's how he drafted players.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy runs a great. Oh, Fabian Washington, get him.
Darius Hayward Bay,
get him. Michael Huff, get him. And it's like, well, but they can't really play that football that well.
Marcus Russell can throw a pigskin 80 yards.
Right.
Now it's going to go out of bounds, but it goes 80 yards.
Just saying, man. Anyways, the Giants.
Speaking of actually good ownership groups.
Yeah. Well, they're taking a year off. That's fine. They announced Wednesday, though, they have made an addition to their ownership group. It is 3-time world champion, 7-time All-Star and future Hall of Famer Buster Posey.
Also an MVP. Don't forget his MVP.
I apologize. That's right. Forgive me because it's one of the rare times I've not thrown out Florida State's Buster Posey.
Gerald Buster. Yeah, is in a member of the ownership group. Is that Gerald Posey in there?
Absolutely. He's Jerry Posey.
Jerry Posey.
Jerry Posey, Giants owner.
Such an owner name.
Yeah, Jerry Posey is 100%. Gerald Posey Esquire. He's not a lawyer, but is 100% an ownership name. Buster Posey.
It's a ball player.
Yes, not an owner. So let's just be real clear. Gerald D. Posey. Gerald D. Posey III is the owner now, or one of them of the Giants. But to be clear, he's not a dominant
Posey doesn't
owner.
have 30% stake here.
Here's my guess, and I 100% do not have any background on this, but my guess is that the Buster Posey ownership is like the Shaquille O'Neal Memorial Kings ownership.
The Jay-Z ownership in the Nets. It's
right.
like 0.0001.
Like, honestly, there's a part of me that thinks much like Shaq, and I'll never know this. I don't even know that Posey wrote a check. They may just say, you know what, we're going to hand you a slice.
I think he wrote a check.
If the Giants are worth $3.5 billion, so 10% of that would be what? $350 million.
No, he ain't putting no 10%.
Okay, no. 1% would be $35 million.
0.5% is then what? 17.5.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's probably something like 0.2.
Here's what I think.
It's very small.
I think maybe he got a 1% share. 1%.
Wow.
But maybe he wrote a check for 17.5 and they matched the other 17.5 in agreement, and the agreement would be appearances over the years.
Well, and that's kind of what I feel like this is on the surface.
Right.
Is it's almost an ambassador role.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good PR.
Yes.
Like you said, he'll be out there. He's going to be he'll be one of the faces of that group. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
The other side of it, though, and this is just me kind of being conspiratorial.
Okay.
I would imagine he's got some sort of an advisory role as well.
Something in the front office, you mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, not above the front office. I mean, ownership.
Yeah, what's he going to advise him on? Not that he's not an incredibly smart dude.
I mean, they've really struggled this season, after last season.
Yeah.
And he was on that team last season. He knows what this looks like. You just lost Harris to Detroit, your GM. I don't know. Just think the timing's interesting.
I can see.
Again, I'm admitting it's very conspiratorial.
No. And it's a fine conspiracy, and I can see him. I think it's more of a, hey, Rook, why don't you go out to dinner with Buster? He's going to talk to you about it.
Okay. That's fair, too.
I can very much see.
Like when Shaq mentored DeMarcus, totally.
Yes, exactly the same. I think Buster Posey would be like the E.F. Hutton of the Giants, where when he talks, people listen. That's an old school reference. Also, the text line, in addition to the YouTube chat, is open at 916-339-1140. A lot of leftovers from our Aaron Judge conversation. The one that I refuse, a lot of leftovers in general. First off, you pointed out that Talanoa Onga, the Niners player, brought a Happy Meal to Trey Lance. Apparently, it's Pokemon. Is the current toy.
There it is.
So there you go.
There it is. I knew it was toy related.
From the 209, why did he bring him a Happy Meal? Because he's a kid. Jimmy gets lobster. Jimmy Garoppolo. That's actually funny to me. He's a young kid, so he gets a Happy Meal. And Jimmy, they'd bring him Roost Chris.
But no, the way the 49ers are treated Garoppolo, that's Red Lobster. No cheddar biscuits for you, Jimmy.
Here's the worst. There are many arguments for Judge or Ohtani. The one that I won't accept, it's the dumbest one. Hey, what's the Angels' record, dude? End of story. No, it's not. That is the most casual of takes that you can have on this argument. And you're going to hear it from some really non-casual
There's
people.
9 guys on the field, bruh.
There's 9 guys. There's one. You get one chance to bat or 4 chances to bat every game if you're lucky.
Yes. 3 to 4.
The control of that conversation works a little bit in basketball.
Yes, because there's 5 guys. The less players on the court or field, the more impact they have individually.
And the argument. You know what? Here again, as we talked about, fine. Put Judge on the Angels and put Ohtani on the Yankees this year.
I want to put Ohtani on the A's this year. Do you think the A's are a playoff team?
No.
Come on.
Put Judge on the A's. Same thing.
Nothing.
What do they win? 5 more games out of 162, and I'm being
7.
Okay, great. What's the record? End of argument. Also, if you present something and you go end of argument, then you have a really bad argument. You can't do that. I've tried it at home. Your turn on dishes, end of argument. Nope, doesn't work like that. Hoblet, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Best Dodge dealers in the world. End of argument. It actually works there, because they are, and they can back it up. Why would you drive to Hoblet when you got Roseville and Fulton Avenue and all these guys closer? Well, first off, Hoblet Dodge is in Woodland, which is 5 minutes from the airport. It's not like you're taking a plane there, so relax. Secondly, you're not buying a glue gun and some tassels. I don't know why those are the first 2 things that came to mind. You're buying a vehicle. There's a little bit of money involved, and why would you not want to spend the money? Tell me. That is right. Number 1 HD Ram truck dealer in California. Let the customers tell the story. Let them tell it on Reddit. Let them tell it on Google. Don't listen to a paid show like me. Well, listen to me, but back it up with Google and Yelp and all that. Go see for yourself why Hoblet Dodge is your small town dealer with big city selections and savings. Go get treated like a family member instead of a sucker, instead of a number. With Hoblet's true pricing, no dealer markups, add-ons, or hidden fees. Stop by Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland and see their full selection with their true prices at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period. End of story. End of argument. When we come back, Trey Lance's surgeon said this after his surgery. Could this be hanging over the team all year? We'll tell you next.
Sacktown Sports 1140 is broadcasting live on YouTube.
To me, it's a must-watch.
Check out the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and the Cattles and Rami Show.
Plus, get exclusive content.
Search Sacktown Sports 1140 on YouTube.
Get ready for a new season of Sacramento Kings basketball.
A two-hand jam has me on my feet.
The season tips off at Golden One Center on October 19th when the Kings take on the Portland Trail Blazers. Join the loudest fans in the NBA.
This is one of those magical moments.
Get your tickets to cheer on Fox. Sabonis, rookie Keegan Murray, and the new-look Kings at a game this season.
Murray, yes!
Tickets are on sale now at kings.com/tickets. Secure your seat for the action today.
Folks, there's been some fumbles on the way to the big game, but he's been getting some help to get it done tonight. Here's the throw. And he's off to the races. He might go all the way. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown. He did it, folks. He did it.
Regain and optimize your sexual performance, drug-free and surgery-free. The Gainswave treatment will help you get that bedroom touchdown. See what Dr. Dan Botha and his team at Gainswave can do for you. Visit gainswavecalgary.ca.
Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store talking about positionless basketball. It features players who shoot well from beyond the arc, can defend multiple positions, and would thrive in a pass-happy system. The way the players rely on each other is similar to how the body works when supported by Good Feet arch supports. By supporting all 4 arches, the foot, knees, hips, and low back become properly aligned, so that each can do their job pain-free. If you have foot-related pain, it's time to get serious. Good Feet makes over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities of arch supports. So your solution is waiting. Visit Good Feet now for a free, no-obligation, personalized fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet arch supports. In Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto online. GoodFeet.com.
Of all the multitudinous manifestations that water can take, in oceans and ice cubes, in glaciers and streams, vapors and rain, double black diamonds, lap swings, and brains. Of all that water everywhere, only 0.5% is fresh water available for human use. That's why at Moen, we're innovating to save 1 trillion gallons of water by 2030. Discover Mission Moen at moen.com.
Billy Currington is coming back to SAC with Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, too. And he's bringing some friends, Russell Dickerson. And more. September 24th at Heart Health Park in Cal Expo. Tickets are just $35. So get yours before they sell out. Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 24th at Heart Health Park in Cal Expo. Brought to you by Boot Barn, Attic Man Heating and Air, and the Gonzalez Law Office. Get your tickets and details at sacktownsports.com.
Live and local. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Less than 2 weeks from Kings preseason basketball. Monday, Kings Media Day. We'll be out there. We'll have coverage for you. We'll have sound.
Lots of sound.
Well, and, and a lot of, that's where all the media will be. Don't get us wrong. You're going to be hearing sound everywhere, but we'll have exclusive sound. Whatever they're saying to us is what they're saying to us. And other people might have exclusive stuff too, but ours will be exclusive.
Ours is better.
It is better. Just talking to our big boss. I said, I might still be high from last night. I didn't mention that either. The Roger Waters concert.
Oh,
dear Lord. Now I understand Roger Waters, Pink Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, a lot of hippies on the other side of the mountain, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Coming down the mountain, God bless them.
Raj.
And this is in no way, shape, or form a shot at Golden One or their security or anybody whatsoever. Those people work their tails off, and they're wonderful. I'm saying, I think at some point they just gave up on the weed smoking. And I mean, what are you gonna do? You gotta stop the whole show and just escort openly?
You would be escorting out 80% of the crowd.
I think everybody just at some point sparked up at once. It was just like, what are you gonna do? And listen, I'm how do the kids say? I'm not a square, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm no square. Just saying. It was.
But you were definitely.
I'm not passing a drug test if they give you one today. And I just sat there eating my popcorn. And yes, I do get popcorn at concerts. And yes, I had.
You get popcorn at concerts?
Oh heck yeah! I gotta have something to munch on. I'm sitting there pounding popcorn, watching Roger Waters. But I did the stupid thing. I could have got
every grown man.
I could have gotten the box of popcorn for $8. I got the unlimited box of popcorn for $13. It's an extra $5. Didn't even go back for a refill.
Nope. See, that's
they get me every time.
Every time.
So I want to go wait in the line.
They've made the franchise valuation of the Kings has gone up due to your popcorn eating.
It's incredibly smart. They really have. Like Buster Posey, I should get a piece.
I agree.
of the franchise because of all the popcorn eating I've done. Trey Lance is surgeon. Well, I don't know if he has eaten popcorn. I hope he wasn't eating while he was operating. You can't do that. You have
not sanitary. Number one,
you gotta have clean hands. Number one, and number two, you don't want to sew up the possible franchise quarterback and have a piece of popcorn in his ankle at the same time. I don't know if the surgeon was high either, because he said that the surgery he did on Trey Lance could be fully healed in 10 to 12 weeks.
Wait a minute.
Now, hold on. Let's do some math. So hold on. 4 weeks in a month. Let's say it takes 12. 12 divided by 3. 4, 8 plus 4. Well, that's 3 months.
So if it's
October, November,
12,
you could be back by Christmas.
Week 14, 15.
So yeah,
18-week season.
Yeah. Hello. Okay. So hold on a second. So Lance suffered a broken fibula and what the team called ligament disruption. That's the torn ligaments are likely in the syndesmosis.
Yes,
it's it's a complex of ligaments involved in the high ankle sprains. Come on.
I already knew
that. He was stabilized with a plate and some screws. You got to have another operation to get rid of it if you ever do. So good luck going through the metal detector tray at the same time. 10 to 12 weeks. Jay, in addition to all the other circular garbage that's going to happen with this team this year, is this going to be a thing?
Yes, it'll be a thing. It's absolutely 100% a thing, and there are multiple reasons as to why. The first one that's going to stick out like a sore thumb to everybody is, well, this is Trey's team, right? You were going with Trey. Trey was your guy.
I mean,
Trey, nothing of Trey's play, at least we think, would dictate him not getting the job when he gets back if it were his.
Okay, let me just ask you the obvious question first and foremost. I'm being serious. I want a serious answer here. Could Trey Lance? Oh, no, not could. Is Trey Lance? If Trey Lance is fully recovered after 12 weeks, is he going to start a game for the Niners this season?
I don't think so.
Okay. Should Kyle Shanahan?
Can I?
Yeah.
Put a caveat. If Jimmy Garoppolo's hurt, I think he would start over Brock Purdy. Because that's the other side of this too. Is Jimmy is a injury?
That's true.
It's not like Jimmy's had a great bill of health his old career.
But hold on a second. It isn't this highly. I think the only situation that would. I think the only way this works. God, I hate this so much. I just need to take the year off of being a Niner fan. The team is just all right. Here's the only way it works, dude. In my opinion, that Trey Lance plays this year because this is so ridiculous. And the obvious answer would be, no, we're going to protect our investment here. He's not playing. We don't care. Shut up. By the way, just because he's healed after 12 weeks doesn't mean he's football ready.
Sure.
But that puts them, they said 8 to 12 weeks. By the way, 8 to 12
that was
weeks.
10 to 12.
Or 10 to 12, I'm sorry.
Because if it's 10, I mean, he'd be essentially healed by week 12. There's still 6 weeks of football left.
Right. And they're playing Miami on the 4th, Tampa Bay on the 11th, then at Seattle. They play the Commanders Christmas Eve. So here's
ho ho ho.
Here's the only way it works, right? They go up to Seattle, which by the way is on Prime Video, Amazon. So look out for that. Please check your local listings. They play. They're absolutely in the thick of the playoff content, whether they're leading the West or they're in the thick of the playoff hunt. And I'm knocking on all the wood in this room, but I'm just throwing this out as the only scenario I think that works. In Seattle, they come away with a win, 27-14, but oh my God, Jimmy Garoppolo went down and his ankle he's done. He's done for the year, whatever it may be. They're in the playoff hunt. He's been cleared and Jimmy goes down. I think that's literally the only possible way he comes back.
So if it's week 13 or 14 and they're clearly out of it, you don't think they put him in there to get reps? No.
I think we are being extra cautious.
But isn't kind of the issue is this kid needs reps?
I think there's a difference between talking about what you and I want to happen
sure,
as fans,
of course,
and what we think is logical and what they would actually do. Maybe not. I would rate that as the second scenario if we're doing most likely ways that he could come back this year.
And I'm not arguing with you. I actually agree with you, but I think the problem is over the last, season and a couple weeks, they've done everything that's not logical with this. This entire scenario has never been logical. We can't factor logic into the equation.
Yeah.
Because there's been nothing logical here. This, and that's why when you say, gosh, I wish I could take a year off from being a Niners fan, I can feel it because all of this drama around the quarterback position that has been happening now since they made that trade to get the number 3 pick has just been, it's like the mental gymnastics involved are so tiring. It's like, do they even know what they're doing at this point?
To your point about it being illogical, is there any scenario where the Niners are like the last wild card team? Trey Lance has been cleared for like 2 weeks. Looks good in practice. They go into the playoffs and Kyle and John say, you know what? We're going to go ahead and start Trey for week 1 of the playoffs.
So this is not an apples-to-apples comparison.
They can't
but there's
do that.
Precedent for this. And it failed miserably. Again, this is not an apples-to-apples because of the situation. But do you remember when the Bills, when Rob Johnson went down, their starting quarterback, and they inserted a guy named Doug Flutie? I think this was 99 season. And Doug Flutie had that magical year, got the Bills into the playoffs. Here we are, AFC Divisional Series. We start Rob Johnson. And they lost.
It's not apples to apples, but I do remember that. And it kind of added to the legend of Doug Flutie because, of course, every Bills fan is convinced they would have won had he played.
And the idea that Rob Johnson was better. Where did Rob Johnson's career go after that year? Nowhere.
Would you recommend, like I, that Kyle Shanahan find a microphone today and say, "Hey guys, listen to some got some quick notes for my practice today. Let's do some injury stuff." Before I get started, though, I did see the report of the surgeon 10 to 12. I know where you guys are going. Let me just get this out of the way. There's no chance in hell Trey Lance plays this year. I don't care if he's cleared.
I think that would be the smart thing to do. Yes.
It's not happening. I don't care if I do not care if we have to go literally get Dan Marino out of retirement.
Going back to logic again, that is literally the opposite of anything Kyle Shanahan ever does. He's the guy that always leaves ambiguity.
That fool's going to say, well,
you never know. We'd love to have him out there. You can't have too much talent, right?
Another powerful voice, this time a player again, has lined up publicly against Robert Sarver as the beginning of the end for Sarver's ownership of the Suns, governorship of the Suns continues. We have the audio for you after this.
Kings insiders Frankie Cardoselli and Chris Watkins give you all things Kings on the return of the Roar podcast.
With these two sitting next to me now, certainly feel comforted.
You can sign up for free at sacktownsports.com.
This is Joe Cordell. In other ads, I've talked about the weighty matters that are on the table in divorce: assets, debts, spousal support, and of course, children. But here I want to talk to you about a troublesome issue that arises early and often in the divorce process, but which attorneys, including myself, say too little about, and that's the cost of a divorce. Yet as important as this factor is, it shouldn't overwhelm the more deserving issues that are raised by divorce. But here are just a few things that Cordell & Cordell is doing to help. We have now reduced our initial deposit or retainer. Also, there's no longer a charge for initial consultations for those who retain. And finally, we now provide on the front end a maximum fee pledge for certain modification and support.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. And it's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months. And having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check him out at refinancewithshelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending can pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051, BRE number 01864354.
Contractors, homeowners, and business owners, if you want to save big on DeWalt, come check out Fastener's Tool Outlet for the biggest DeWalt sale of the year. This Saturday from 9 to 3. Enjoy huge savings on cordless power tools, batteries, outdoor power equipment, hand tools, power tool accessories, and much more. Grab a cordless lawnmower kit for just $149. DeWalt reps will be on site with tool demos and free merch. Come check it out at Fastener's Tool Outlet this Saturday from 9 to 3, 6701 Power Inn Road in Sacramento, or online at fastenersinc.net.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pie customer.
The other workers' comp insurance company, they were going to reclassify our business, and then they were going to charge me $50,000.
Meet Natalie, owner of the carpentry shop. Shocked by an unexpected bill, she knew it was time to switch her workers' comp provider. That's when she found Pie Insurance.
When we got the quote back from Pie, it was a sigh of relief. They put us in a policy where we fit.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at trypie.com. Plus, with pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, which means no additional bill if your business grows.
I'm grateful that there's a company out there that's willing to insure us little guys because every dollar counts.
With Pie Insurance, you get pricing and coverage made for small businesses. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pie or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypie.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Are you in the need of a loan? Well, Safe Credit Union is here to help. A home equity line of credit can help by using the equity in your home to finish projects or consolidate debt. How about looking for a new or used car? We'll get pre-approved for a safe auto loan to determine how much you can comfortably afford before you shop. Safe Credit Union is here to partner with you on your next loan. They offer flexible terms, fast processing, and excellent service from their financing experts. Safe Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Time to check out Courtside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
Check the game. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Sacktown Sports 1140. Sacktown Sports headlines.
With your Sacktown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Everyone rose in New York last night as Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge hit his 60th home run of the season. Judge is now one home run away from tying Roger Maris's American League record 61. Former San Francisco Giants star Buster Posey is joining the team's ownership group. Posey will also be a member of the team's board of directors. The former MVP and three-time World Series champion retired after last season. He spent parts of 12 seasons in San Francisco. Oakland City Council turned down a ballot measure that would have given residents a chance in November to decide whether the city should use public funds on the site proposed by the Oakland A's. This is seen as a positive development for those in favor of building the proposed stadium at Howard Terminal. Final hour of the Carmichael Dave Show. Not with Jason Ross, but like officially with Jason Ross, but he's not here. Starts now.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports 1140.
All right, 13 minutes. We're going to talk Kings basketball. 12 days away. Media day on Monday. Sacktown Sports 1140. We'll have all the coverage, not just us, Cattles and Rami, everybody online. We'll be bringing it to you in multimedia fashion.
What we do, it's 2022.
All the media, bro. All the media. 827, a big win for the A's. No, not on the field.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
That's not going to happen. But as far as keeping.
Don't forget, we're going to be whining.
Oh, Wine Wednesday.
Wine Wednesday, 27 as well.
Yep.
Before we get into this Draymond thing, can I blow your mind just real quick?
I got an answer, but I'm not going to say it on air. Go ahead.
After 2 weeks, these are the top 3 passing leaders in the NFL.
Hold on. Tua's got to be one.
Number one, Tua Tagovailoa.
AFC Player of the Week, by the way. Tua Tagovailoa.
By the way, all 3 of these guys.
Hold on. Oh, by the way, got corrected yesterday. Tua Tagovailoa. That's not how it's spelled, but I even went on and heard him pronounce. Whitey corrected me. It's tongue, like Tagovailoa.
It's easier to say, actually.
Yeah, it is. So, anyways, hold on. I know this isn't the segment, but now you got me, dude. Okay.
All AFC, so that should.
All right. Josh Allen.
He's 4th.
Okay. Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco is 3rd.
Yes.
2 yards ahead of Josh Allen.
Okay, hold on.
Second one's going to really blow your mind.
No. Okay, it's not.
You just said no to one of them.
It's not in the AFC West.
It is not.
Okay, hold on. Is it Trevor Lawrence?
No.
Okay, hold on. No. It's not Davis. What's his face? Okay. All right. Hold on. It's not Cleveland. It's not Lamar. It's not. Is it Trubisky?
Nope.
No. It's not Burrow. It's not Mac Jones. You said it's not Allen. It's not Matt Ryan.
I'm sorry. This is an NFC team.
Oh, you ding dong. Jalen Hurts.
Nope. Same division.
It's not Carson Wentz.
It's Carson Wentz, baby.
I knew it.
Sitting there at 650 total passing yards, second only to Tua.
So hold on. Tua, Carson Wentz, and Joe Flacco are your passing leaders?
Yes. Josh Allen is 4th. He's only 2 yards behind Flacco. And then Justin Herbert is 3 yards behind Flacco. So, but I would not have had Joe Flacco in there.
I said I knew it, by the way, because I guessed wrong 9 times. By the way, how about Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, 2 of the top 3 receiving yards leaders in the NFL.
Well, given that their quarterback is number one, that makes sense.
And Stephon Diggs is the meat in the sandwich there, in the Dolphin sandwich. He's at number 2. What's interesting about that, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Jalen Waddle, those are your top 3 receiving leaders. They'll face off this weekend.
Oh.
The Dolphins and Bills take on each other. Also, how about Saquon Barkley, who, here's the bad news for Saquon Barkley is in his last game, he had just 72 yards against Carolina. But he had 164 in the game before. He is your 2-game rushing leader in the NFL. How about comeback player of the year already? Yeah?
No.
Okay. Couple quick things. Ryan Fitzpatrick went on a show and was like, I'm the guy that Tom was talking about when he said they're going to keep that blankety blanker. It was actually me. And then he went into a history like they beat Brady when he was with the Jets or whoever, and Tom didn't shake hands. And so he wanted to kill him every time he went out there, and that he doesn't like Tom Brady. Like, he really went, he went off a little bit on Tom. Let's put it that way. This is from a colleague, if you will. And Tom Brady was like, what?
And I love Ryan, but somehow he's got it out for me. And that's what I actually talked to Ryan Griffin, who's one of our quarterbacks. He said, Ryan's always all over you. I don't know why. So I don't know why Ryan is. Maybe Ryan and I need to have a talk. Ryan's a hell of a guy, too, and I've competed against him. I mean, he's a Harvard guy. Now he looks like he's part homeless, and now he's on TV doing what my future job's going to be. So I think Ryan's got a good thing going. I'm not sure why he needs to, think that I'm after him or something like that.
That's why Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't like you, bro. It's all this jibber jab. I don't understand. He looks homeless. I don't understand.
Okay, first off, he also he
what
went
a D-bag.
He went on to be very clear about that. He said, I'm not the guy. That was not the guy I was talking about. But also, is there a little bit of like, did you pick up a little bit of like, he's a good guy, as he's like petting him on the head?
This was very much Michael Jordan, Byron Russell, or Brian Russell.
Yeah.
Same thing. It was like Russell was always going out there, Jordan, this to me, and it was a foul. And Jordan's like, so cute. It's you.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's cute.
Yes.
He's a good guy.
So is Draymond Green.
Draymond Green, what a wonderful segue. Talking about Robert Sarver. And he's listen, Draymond's been very vocal with the podcast and other things. You guys talk about new media and accountability. He's on the right side of history here. He's going to make his voice known about Robert Sarver.
This report that came out last week is the total opposite of everything that the NBA stands for. And so to think that someone like Robert Sarver that's acting in that manner can continue to represent us, stop it. That's ridiculous. The level of comfort that you have to even use the word again does not validate or make it okay for Robert Sarver to use the N-word.
All right, so it's clear that the NBA would like to have Robert Sarver gone. It's clear that Robert Sarver's fellow minority owners and by the way, I guess I should clarify it when I say that. I don't mean fellow owners of color when I say minority owners. I mean the
minority governors.
Thank you. Governors on the Suns. They want him gone. Everybody wants him gone. In fact, I have yet to hear, although I'm sure somebody's out there. I guarantee you in this day and age, there's somebody out there with a podcast or a TV show or somebody
it's not even that, dude.
He's got it right.
It's a fellow governor. I'm not saying it's James Dolan, but
right.
James Dolan's like, wait, what did he do wrong again?
Somebody is out there on their show as we speak, railing for the rights of Robert Sarver.
I'll leave Clay Travis out of this.
Here's Clay Travis is 100%. One hundo is Clay. All right, if they come after Robert Sarver, they're coming after you next.
Yep.
They're trying to replace Robert Sarver with their woke leftist agenda, and I'm not standing for it.
They replace Robert Sarver. They're replacing fans. Cardboard cutouts will be back.
Whatever happened to free speech? That was just American. So anyways, calm down. Anyways, what I appreciate what Draymond's saying, and I agree with it 100%. And also, I let me be clear. There's some things that Draymond says that I can't appreciate because of,
right.
Obviously. And I'm aware of that too, but I'm behind it. Let's go. I fully agree, as do you. There's no place in the NBA or sports for Robert Sarver. And we're going to hear, I hope, more of this. But while also we should acknowledge that the players shouldn't have to do this, but there we are. Here's what I want to start hearing. We need an expert to emerge that understands NBA bylaws and can say, okay, here are my questions. Like, what are the clauses, if any, for removal of Robert Sarver? How many sponsors have to pull out? How many players have to go on strike? What is the trigger mechanisms that would allow for a removal where Robert Sarver could not turn around and in a court of law? Because here's the thing.
What? I think that guy does exist. I think his name's Adam Silver, and I think he kind of already has said that.
First off, Adam hasn't come out and said what the bylaws are.
Sure, but that doesn't mean he does not know them and is well versed on them.
Secondly, I don't think we can get Adam on our show. You know what I think I can do, actually? I think I can get a hold of an ownership agreement. I think I could do that. I have a tiny bit of access in that capacity. I think I could get. I would like to get a hold of an ownership agreement and read because I imagine the bylaws for the Suns are the same for the Kings or any other team.
Oh, for sure. No, there's no different bylaws depending on who owns what team in what city.
But I want to know what the trigger mechanisms are. I want to know A, if is there one, and B, what is, because here's the thing. Courts don't care about your feelings. And it's where I appreciate where Adam Silver's coming from, because it may very well just be where he's like, dude, I want him. In fact, I believe it's this case. I want Sarver gone, but wishing does not make it so.
Yeah, I don't believe there's a world where Adam Silver wishes Robert Sarver wasn't part of the league. I would also imagine those bylaws, and this is just speculation, obviously I've never seen them, given how hard it is to remove governors, I bet they're very ambiguous, which makes them very hard to uphold in a court of law.
So I want to know, and I think also the public should know, and the players should know, and the advertisers should know. Okay, and when you say ambiguous, what is most likely is you can remove an owner if, criminal conduct, but there's probably something in there that grossly affects the ability of basketball team X to turn a profit and continue business. And, again, it's going to be ambiguous, but point to something. And then they're going to have that burden to prove in court, which is probably where it will go. We couldn't continue to do this.
And I think that's what Adam Silver was kind of sort of alluding to in a sense, was just like, look, they could probably try to remove him via the bylaws. I'm sure they could do that.
Right.
It's just so difficult.
Correct.
There's nothing in there that's going to say if X amount of sponsors leave and team loses X amount of money or NBA loses X amount. You know what I mean? It's just not going to be there. Again, it would just be too difficult. So I think, kind of to your point, I think just continuing to put public pressure on that will hopefully, have advertisers pull out and make them lose a significant amount of money. Well, that starts to get a lot easier to prove, doesn't it?
Yeah,
when you're actually losing the money.
Well, they've got a year to do it because he is suspended. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk Kings basketball, Keegan Murray specifically, and why these guys, whether on purpose or not, maybe taking a bit of pressure off the kid. Also, some breaking video game news. I would never do this if it wasn't appropriate for the program and our listeners.
I'm excited.
Some breaking video game news that you're going to be I'm very happy about, and I think you're going to be too. We'll do that next.
The place to tell you if the 49ers are contenders
or pretenders.
It's a pretty big deal. I've been a fan of the 49ers since, 84.
Your home for 49ers news and talk. Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Hey, what's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblett of Hoblett Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Woodland. What's going on, Chad, for Ram Power Days?
Not only do we have Northern California's best selection of heavy-duty Ram trucks, right now save up to $2,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 2500s. Plus, with 0% financing available, that means you can save thousands more avoiding finance charges.
Okay, well, that's all fine and dandy, but do you have any trucks to pick from?
We aren't the #1 heavy-duty Ram truck dealer in California for nothing. We have over 250 heavy-duty trucks available. That's the largest selection of HD inventory in Northern California. Plus, if we don't have your your perfect truck available, you can custom order it. Not to mention Hoblet's true price means the price you see is the price you pay. There are no hidden fees or add-ons when you get here.
All right, if you're looking for a new truck, Hoblet Dodge needs to be your first stop. See Hoblet Dodge's true pricing by stopping by the Hoblet Ram Truck Center in Woodland for a test drive or see their full selection at hobletdodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
3,000 total net savings on new 2022 Ram 2500 trades after 750 factory rebates and 1250 dealer discounts. Rebates include 750 conquest bonus cash. Must own or be leasing non-Stellantis group vehicle qualify. Special 0% APR for 36 months on approved credit through Chrysler Capital. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. 2778 per thousand borrowed. 10 at this net savings. See dealer for details.
Got a take?
Make sure it's a hot one.
Take a shot right now. Call or text at 916-339-1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Nine 916-339-1140. That is both the phone line and the text line. Call, text, whatever you're more comfortable doing. Just, make sure you're doing it at either a red light, while the car stop. Don't text and drive, folks. Not good for you. Coming up at 8:27, it is Wine Wednesday. I don't know what Dave's wine is going to be today, but I got one, a very special one that I've been sitting on for a week that's been bugging me. Oh, has it been bugging me?
So that was a
looked at the wrong break.
No. That was a 4-minute break. Honestly, I knew I was going to cut it close. I just broke my record. 12 laps around here. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 laps. And honestly, I knew it was going to be close. It was worth it because I was at 11 and a half. I went for it. You're welcome, Sacramento. Wine Wednesday, as you said, coming up. Oh, I got a wine.
Oh, so do I.
Oh, do I?
It involves a cook.
Like the receiver, Brandon Cook?
I'm not going to say that's a tease.
Oh, okay.
Not gonna give it away.
Speaking of teases, video game news. This is great. Oh, before I get to that, have you watched? You've watched Ted Lasso, right?
Yes.
Love it. I love it. Same thing. It's amazing.
We both are in agreement that how Jason and Ross of all people has never seen it.
Same thing with Tropic Thunder, which he's now seeing.
But I feel like Jason Ross is very Ted Lasso-esque.
Yes, he is the Ted Lasso of radio.
Yeah, that's actually a good call.
And we've all become AFC Richmond fans. Even
Heck
though
yeah.
Yeah. Well, now
okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't until after the second season that I found out that's not a real team.
No.
I don't soccer, so.
Well, it depends on what you classify as real. If you say not a real team, as in you can't go watch them in real life.
Correct.
Yeah, you're right. However, if you wanted to play them as your FIFA video game
Stop it.
You can now do
Stop
that.
it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ted Lasso and AFC Richmond are now playable in FIFA 23.
Okay, is Roy Kent on the roster?
He's got to be on the roster. Come
He's
on.
retired now.
And wouldn't it be great if they show him like talking and he's just like FF. You can put it on Roy Kent mode for adults. And he's Roy Kenting his way through.
Let me tell you something. As someone, again, I don't soccer.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed soccer games here and there, the FIFA games. This is going to get because I'm not even a casual.
Sure.
But you might get me to buy the game now. Smart move, EA.
I'm going to make a controversial statement, and I don't have a problem. I'll stand behind it because I've done my research, and I'm comfortable in my skin. It's not my favorite sport, but through the years, consistently, FIFA Soccer is the best sports video game that exists.
Wow.
It's the best one. It truly is. You know, weirdly, what's second, I would say, a sport I'm not even into, hockey.
Hockey games are always fun.
Hockey video games are amazing.
Yeah.
And then you can fight over Madden and NBA 2K. And
I see.
Baseballs, whatever.
I like 2K, but like Madden at this point is just so.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I enjoy more of the bare bones aspect.
Madden's just way too, it's just got way too complicated. Just let me run the play with the run and do the thing with the spin.
The one I always enjoyed that I think is finally coming back, which I always thought was better than Madden, was the NCAA football games.
Yes, I actually like that more than that. Anyways, go grab your copy of FIFA. There, we should get some. We usually get some to. We usually get some to give away.
Yeah,
we'll have to check.
Oh, speaking of giveaways, we got to give away our Gym Boys gift cards today.
I made a tweet about that.
Yes. Well, now we need to follow up on the tweet.
No, the tweet, that's not what it said.
Oh, what did it say?
Well, I saw that Sacktown Sports 1140's Twitter account had tweeted out we would be giving away $25 Gym Boys gift cards this week. And I quote tweeted that, and I said, I just found out, like all of you, we were doing this. I'm here to politely ask you to not tune in so that we have nobody to give them away to.
I thought we were trying to be healthier.
Yeah. But you know what? There's a thing called a binge meal.
And you already had a $7 get high Jack in the Box meal.
All I'm saying
that you ate sober, which is so strange.
All I'm saying, dude, is I want those gym. Do we have to give them away?
We get to.
I can't have them.
No. I love Gym Boys too.
916-339-1140. We'll take the 752nd caller.
Oh, thanks.
At 916-339-1140.
See, you laugh, except that 752 people will actually call, and then I have to deal with it.
Well, maybe it'll take too long.
Can you imagine being 751?
And then we won't have to give them away. And then, they're lying around. Here's one for Carmichael, Dave, and family. Kings basketball is just 12 days away. It's interesting. You and I, or not you and I, Whitey and I spent some time yesterday. You and I spent some time Monday, actually, talking about Sabonis and Fox, and how this was really a make or break year probably for De'Aaron. The Domantas Sabonis watch continues in the sense that until he extends his contract with this team, if and when he does, there's going to be we gave up Tyrese Halliburton for a 2-year Sabonis rental. And that's a valid and understandable. I get it.
It's on the table.
It is on the table. But I think because if you look at storylines going into this year, can Fox break out and have an all-star year? Can Fox come out of the box with the Ox stronger than he did last season, where he came out just terrible, very un-Fox-like? And then Domantas Sabonis. And then I don't know, what is the third story is probably some combination of, will it be Malik Monk or Kevin Huerter, their impact at the 2 spot. Meanwhile, Keegan Murray's just sitting there like, I'm the number 4 pick in the draft.
Really good summer league.
A really good summer league. And I'm on the Kings. I don't have a ton of pressure. In fact, odds are, if you go by odds, I'm going to be a failure in the NBA. And by failure in the NBA, you're still in the NBA. So, of course, you're a winner. But I'm going because I'm a Sacramento King. So in a sense, boy, does he have not as much pressure as some of these other guys.
And I think this is the first time I can remember in any sort of history that the Kings have picked this high. And it just really does feel like, kind of, given the context you just laid out, like, man, people are not going in there thinking he's the savior.
Right.
Even Davion last year, after Summer League, like, there were people that looked at Davion like he was going to be the savior. Tyrese, after 5 games, Tyrese was the savior. And you just go down the list of guys they've drafted. Marvin Bagley, the savior.
Yep.
De'Aaron Fox, and it's just like, wow.
Quincy Doobie.
Not the savior, but expected to be really good.
Do we say Thomas Robinson?
Yeah, Thomas Robinson had that. Again, over the last 12, 13 seasons, it's just the list is so long. And I was like, thank God this kid's not going to have those expectations put on him.
You know what I feel like it is now? You know the meme that's out there of Dave Chappelle as Rick James, and he's doing the come to me thing. I feel like that's kind of how we are now. Like, come join the fire.
Yeah.
Where everyone just come on down and roll around in the flames, and we're all going to fail together and expect that. That's really, if you haven't figured it out, this is where, everybody kind of tags their shows and their personalities for where they're coming from. I just want to be really clear going into this year. Last year, I pinned the thing saying they're going to make the postseason. I pinned that on my Twitter. This year, spoiler alert, the lower your expectations are, the less chance you have of being disappointed. We're going back to it, baby. We are going back to this team gets nothing until they prove something. There's no hype. There's no buzz. There's no huge hopes. This is not the stop for that. This is your home of the realism. That's it. Is your home a realism? This is a realism high.
I think it always has been.
I would like to think so. But there are a large faction of fans. Like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear why we're going to win and why we're going to do this and why we're going to do that. And you're a downer and you're bringing us down this and that way. Like, Tim's one of those guys. I'm sorry. Again, 16 years of futility. And last time I checked, they didn't get better defensively. They're weak at the 3. There's not, and they're surrounded by really good teams. Is there a chance they could get in the play-in? Absolutely there is. But let's not all start taking showers together and going streaking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not yet.
Not yet. Another hurdle cleared for the Oakland Athletics when it comes to staying in Oakland. Wine Wednesday. What are we whining about? We'll get to that next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sacktown Sports 1140. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people that play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf.
It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa.
Every week on Sacktown Sports 1140. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility, and Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality, and Safe Credit Union. Let us put you first.
What up, world? This is your boy Kevin Hart, a.k.a. the comedic rock star. And guess what? I'm coming to a city near you with my new tour, Reality Check. And we are adding shows, doing it big, brand new hour material, big laughs, big energy. Make sure you're in the building. Don't miss your chance to get your tickets.
Don't miss Kevin Hart Reality Check Tour at Golden One Center on December 11th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m.
Go to KevinHartNation.com now.
Hey, it's Carmichael Day for my good friends at American Energy, and you know now's the time to replace your system, and you can get $2,500 off on a new HVAC home system installation, 0% financing, and payment plan options available. There's no reason to keep putting off making your home a place of comfort for you and your family. Offer expires September 30th. Don't wait. Call today, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990, or go to AmericanEnergyAir.com, your second opinion partner.
I'm sure you've heard the phrase, let Safe Credit Union put you first. Well, that phrase is honest, genuine, and sincere. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. At Safe, you're not a number. You are part of a member-owned, community-focused family. Explore the benefits of saving, borrowing, and investing with a partner who puts you first. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
Are pro football scores your thing? Well, Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram's big guy, Vince Bloom, and Sacktown Sports will pick 5 games to compare. Win a weekly Twin Peaks gift card and a chance at $50,000. Football toss not at Lasher, but now at the Hard Rock Casino at season's end. Visit Sacktown Sports website for details.
Tune in every Wednesday to the Carmichael Day with Jason Ross show for Wine Wednesday, where they whine about plays, calls, everything from the past week in sports. Wine Wednesday, brought to you by E2 Family Winery.
Folks, there's been some fumbles on the way to the big game, but he's been getting some help to get it done tonight. Here's the throw. And he's off to the races. He might go all the way. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown. He did it, folks. He did it.
Regain and optimize your sexual performance, drug-free and surgery-free. The GainsWave treatment will help you get that bedroom touchdown. See what Dr. Dan Botha and his team at GainsWave can do for you. Visit GainsWaveCalgary.ca.
Good vibes and great beer hit Sutter Health Park on Friday, September 30th for the 15th annual Brewfest at the Ballpark. Grab all your best buds to stroll the freshly manicured outfield. Visit over 40 of your favorite breweries. Live music and endless grooves will be brought to you by the Rod Stinson Band. Sutter Health Park is your destination for a darn good time. For tickets to Brewfest at the Ballpark on September 30th, visit rivercats.com.
Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, talking about positionless basketball. It features players who shoot well from beyond the arc, can defend multiple positions, and would thrive in a pass-happy system. The way the players rely on each other is similar to how the body works when supported by Good Feet arch supports. By supporting all 4 arches, the foot, knees, hips, and low back become properly aligned. so that each can do their job pain-free. If you have foot-related pain, it's time to get serious. Good Feet makes over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities of arch supports. So your solution is waiting. Visit Good Feet now for a free, no obligation, personalized fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet arch supports in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto online. Goodfeet.com.
Time to check out Courtside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
Sacktown Sports headlines.
With your Sacktown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Everyone rose in New York last night as Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge hit his 60th home run of the season. Judge is now one home run away from tying Roger Maris's American League record, 61 home runs. Former San Francisco Giants star Buster Posey is joining the team's ownership group. Posey will also be a member of the team's board of directors. The former MVP and three-time World Series champion retired after last season. He spent parts of 12 seasons with the Giants. Oakland City Council turned down a ballot measure that would have given residents a chance in November to decide whether they should use public funds on the site proposed by the Oakland A's. This is seen as a positive development for those in favor of building the proposed stadium at Howard Terminal. It's time for us to whine. Next on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The 94th most popular celebrity from Carmichael
How popular do you want to be?
meets a Celtics broadcasting legend.
Celtics are going to go for the win. Everybody here at Golden One Center on their feet.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports 1140.
For the love of wine, it's Wine Wednesday. Let's see your wine of the week brought to you by 23 Wines. You can do that on the chat and the YouTube. You can do that at the text line, 916-339-1140. And, of course, call us, 1-800-912-1140, or hit us up on Twitter. Either way, we'll take your wines. Mine, I'm going to go a bit off script here because I kind of whined about the whole Kings hype thing.
Okay, so mine is Kings related.
Okay, good. Perfect. I'll make mine really quick. When you're walking in public.
Is this another old man take? You've been full of them this morning.
Just understand there might be people behind you.
Uh-huh.
Don't stop, slow down randomly, swerve.
That is very annoying.
Text on your phone.
Especially in a crowded place.
In a very, very crowded place. Like, dude, just wait till you sit and then walk. Just walk normally. I don't feel like it's an old man thing. I feel like it's just
common courtesy.
It's like don't block the whole aisle in the grocery store. Don't put your cart on one side and then look for stuff on the other side of the aisle, and I can't get by you. And I'm just sitting there with my cart waiting for you to make eye contact and then go, sorry.
There are a lot of people out there that just have no, and again, you find it in these public settings all the time. They have no appreciation that other people are also trying to do the same thing.
No appreciation of anyone. Mostly, Jay, you're right. It winds down to people could do a lot better if they just realize that there are more people in the world than them.
Yeah. That's a very difficult task for a lot of those people, though.
You pull up to the gas station. You really love the song that's playing. You want to turn it up while you pump your gas. Well, everyone else does not necessarily want to hear that song, especially at 7 a.m.
Yeah, nobody else probably wants to hear
not.
that song.
So maybe just, I don't know, hit pause or turn it down.
Or it's midnight and you're on your motorcycle in a residential neighborhood and you still feel like you got to do the vroom vrooms.
Yeah. Well, those are just special types of people.
Again, but they all kind of fall under the similar umbrella.
I wish they'd fall into something else.
Yeah, I mean,
permanently. What's your wine?
My wine involves. How do I state this? People are going to think I'm calling out someone that I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
If you're running a blog or a fan-generated website, again, not calling out who people probably think I am.
Oh.
Please do not create content that means nothing and is clickbaity and is just ridiculous. I'm going to read a headline.
Yeah, Matt George.
It's not Matt George.
Oh, okay.
You'll get what I'm saying when I read this.
Okay.
This is the stupidest thing I saw on the internet all weekend. How will Quinn Cook's championship experience benefit the Kings?
What's wrong with that?
I'm going to read it again. How will Quinn Cook's championship experience benefit the Kings?
Okay, hold on a second. Here's the thing. Let me help. Let me. Not that you need nor asked for it, but let me help you out. Okay, because the problem is there's a lot of people out there that might think you're taking shots at this person or that guy. Or that
That's
guy.
what I was trying to say.
This is Sacktown royalty.
Yes.
I know the headline well because it's the zombie Sacktown royalty. It's not Sacktown royalty. The Sacktown royalty is the King's Herald.
But there are still people putting stuff out via that.
I don't even think they live here.
I don't care where they live.
There are people in LA that took the hard work of Tom Ziller and Akis, and to a much lesser extent Greg and so many other people that built that.
Listen, let me be clear. They're simply the example I'm using. They're blogs
in general,
fan-generated websites that do this crap all the time.
That's how royalty sucks. Sucks the suckiness.
How will Quinn Cook's championship experience benefit the Kings? Don't click on it, people. I'll tell you how. It won't. Quinn Cook might not even make the team.
Dude, you are taking shots at Jordan_White 13, bro.
Jordan White, I'm sure you are a nice young man, but man, we are, when it comes to scraping the bottom of the barrel, you have like scraped through the bottom of the barrel. How will Quinn Cook's championship experience benefit the Kings?
Now, I'm going to stand in front of Jordan here.
Okay.
I'm actually going to stand in front of him because here's exactly what I think happened. I'll bet you Jordan White's a good writer. I'll bet you he's a good guy. I'm just going to throw that out there. Here's what I'll bet happened. I'll bet you the corporate parent company has given these folks who probably are being incredibly underpaid and are just trying to get experience to go somewhere else, probably mandated them 30 articles a day or something stupid.
You're correct.
And poor Jordan White has to go out there and find the angles like,
see,
how will
right
Quinn
there.
Cook's championship experience benefit the Kings?
Right there is the problem, dude. There are finding angles and there are making angles up. Will Quinn Cook's championship experience benefit the Kings?
I don't hate the hustle, man.
I don't hate the hustle. I hate the headline, though.
What
about
Matthew Dellavedova's championship experience?
There you know what? Even that is actually more of a believable thing.
Why are we leaving Delly out?
Do you think when the Kings are, 30-45, Quinn Cook's going to be the one to rally the guys in the locker room because, hey, he's been there before.
Let's go, guys.
I know what it's like.
Won me a title.
Come on.
Dellavedova won one in 2016. Come on.
And he played for that team. Like, he got minutes.
What will Harrison Barnes' championship experience
again
continue to bring to Sacramento?
There you go. Quinn Cook?
Is Sacramento?
And now I feel like I'm disparaging Quinn Cook. I'm not trying to. But I feel like if Quinn Cook was being honest, he's like, I don't know.
Nothing. What will your champion do? Nothing. I mean, that's it, right? We have 3 guys. I'm trying to think. Like, did Kent Bazemore won one, didn't he?
No.
Did he? No.
I think he was on the Warriors when they were good.
I disagree. Not that that's something to disagree about. I think he might have been.
What years did he play in Golden State?
Those other years. No, he didn't.
Okay,
he played Golden State 12-14 and then 2021.
How will Keegan Murray's experience in the NCAA tournament lead the Kings back to the playoffs?
How will Mike Brown's championship experience?
There you go.
Yes. Is Sacramento the new title town?
Mike Brown's champion. There is an article you can actually write.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Quinn Cook.
Yeah. What will the Oakland A's championship experience bring to the city council when it comes to Howard Terminal?
Well, I haven't brought a lot of wins recently, but wait.
So there have been some good things that have happened. This is another hurdle that's cleared. Howard Terminal will not be put on the ballot for a vote. Now, I had this same issue, I want to be very clear, with the Kings Arena. If I'm being honest, I think it should have been on the ballot.
Okay.
I fundamentally, and this goes against what a lot of people think my politics are, and they really don't know. I fundamentally do not like when voters don't have a chance to vote on things. Even if I know they're ignorant and wrong about certain things, they're uninformed, they're just going to vote against anything because it doesn't matter. I acknowledge that's why I hate term limits. Even though I get that the world would probably be better with term limits, I hate it. Because I think people should be able to vote for things. When the Kings Arena happened, I fought like hell to try to influence it. We all did not put it on the ballot because we knew we'd lose the team. So you fought against something you actually didn't support in
Right.
sense, but it was one
Quite
of those
the paradox, isn't it?
It really was, but it was the greater good thing. Now, in this case, you make an argument the citizens should have the opportunity to vote on this massive deal. And the biggest reason, let's just be clear, the biggest reason they're not putting it on the ballot is they're saying, listen, there's no way that Joe and Jane Smith are going to do the research necessary. They're not smart enough about this to understand what it means, so we're going to take it out of your hands.
And then you have Joe and Jane Smith are like, LOL government, because you're always right.
Right. So, you know, this is a good thing for the A's. If this thing went to a vote, it almost certainly, especially in this state, no chance of passing. You could have had this thing where it said everyone in the city will get $100,000, and somebody would still find a way to say no because the Australian egret will lose a wing. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it happens.
That's the exact reason I heard.
That's what I heard too. So good for the A's. You know, good for all that is that the Howard Terminal thing is making it happen. So it's odds are pretty decently favored now on them coming to a deal. What's hot? What's not? The news, and I guess we'll just say celebrity birthdays.
And Jim Boys, I can get some if you want to play the game.
You can, yeah?
Oh, I can.
Coming up right after this.
You want Kings talk?
I'm a diehard Kings fan.
There's nowhere else you need to go but here.
Kings games, Kings interviews, Kings breaking news, Kings coverage. Nobody has it all but us. Sacktown Sports, your local sports leader.
There is beauty and there's uncomfort in owning an older home. The craftsmanship back then, the way they were built, the character, all have their positives. Now, on the other side, older homes need some love and some tenderness, and in our case, some help. Jason Ross here to tell you about the help we're getting thanks to ACR Solar. Now, you hear solar, and you know what? Yes, they do solar, but after years and years of living at our house, the time has come to get a new roof. Our old roof has done its job, but it is done. It's tired, and it looks it. So after doing the proper research and talking with several roofing companies, we landed on ACR Solar. They stood out from the first visit when Joe, their roofing expert, came out and shared his knowledge. We knew at that moment we were at ease because we were in good hands. Also, after our conversations with John, the owner of ACR Solar, that just confirmed what my wife and I already knew, that ACR Solar was the right choice for us. So we're so excited to begin our journey with ACR Solar. We're going to have a beautiful new roof, become more energy efficient, and have the peace of mind we're looking for. ACR Solar, 916-481-2700, or you can visit them at acrsolar.com. Are you in the need of a loan? Well, Safe Credit Union is here to help. A home equity line of credit can help by using the equity in your home to finish projects or consolidate debt. How about looking for a new or used car? We'll get pre-approved for a safe auto loan to determine how much you can comfortably afford before you shop. Safe Credit Union is here to partner with you on your next loan. They offer flexible terms, fast processing, and excellent service from their financing experts. Safe Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Hi guys, it's Andrew with Courtside Clinic. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical breakthrough. The WAVE technology at Courtside Clinic was tested by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic, and the results are in. It's proven to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED by treating the root cause, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, we'll also include something unique. I don't think I've ever seen it fail. This is a $600 value, free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your love life back. Call Courtside Clinic now to qualify. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000.
Hey, kids, it's Carmichael Dave talking to you about Capital Casino. Summertime heat is here, and Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite all of you to soak up some air conditioning, hang out, have some food, have a beverage. Always the most variety of table games in the region. Always the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hurry into the Energy Savings Event at Lowe's. Save energy and save money on select major appliances, including Whirlpool energy-efficient appliances. You can also save with the smart thermostat. Right now, select Google Nest Learning thermostats are $60 off. Plus, find other great energy-saving items throughout the store and check your eligibility for rebates in your area to save even more. Don't miss the Energy Savings Event at Lowe's. Selection varies by location. Exclusions apply. Visit Lowe's.com for details. Valid through 9/28.
Billy Currington is coming back to SAC with Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, too. And he's bringing some friends, Russell Dickerson, and more. September 24th at Heart Health Park in Cal Expo. Tickets are just $35, so get yours before they sell out. Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 24th at Heart Health Park in Cal Expo. Brought to you by Boot Barn, Attic Man Heating and Air, and the Gonzalez Law Office. Get your tickets and details at sacktownsports.com.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, believing in a better customer experience since 1981. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
Who's hot? I'll tell you who. The entire city of New York. Why, you ask? Because last night, per our friend Elias in his sports bureau,
Elias,
Tuesday was the first time ever both the Mets and Yankees hit game-winning grand slams on the same day. That actually is kind of cool.
That is cool.
You know who's not?
Uh-oh.
Other friend. Dearest Joseph Burrow.
Wow.
Joseph Burrow has played 2 games this season. How many times has Joseph Burrow been sacked?
How many?
13.
Yeah, that's not great.
In 2 games.
That's not great.
Are we looking at Joe Burrow as going to be a guy that has a short career given where he's played?
Is Joe Burrow going to be the Trent Dilfers of Joe Flacco's? I mean, is he going to have the Super Bowl appearance in this case? Not the win, but either way. And then Joe Burrow is a great future quarterback. And coming into this year, I think a lot of people were saying, okay, you've got Mahomes, Herbert, Allen. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but and put Burrow right in that cat, and that Burrow may end up. Burrow's more Brady than any of those guys, and to an extent, I agree with him. Like Brady was never the arm. Brady was never as good as Peyton Manning as a pure quarterback. And Joe Burrow kind of gives you that feel of like, hey, he's cool, he's confident, he's just going to come in and do the thing. And now after 2 games and him being sacked 13 times, we're like, Joe Burrow's washed.
I don't think Joe Burrow's washed. I just think Joe Burrow's going to be broken.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to be able to like function properly.
You might want to invest in some more offensive line. That's all I'm saying.
Protect the quarterback.
News and notes right now.
Stand by on this frequency.
It's time for the news of the day.
Thank you for ruining the show and dropping a steamer on my journalistic integrity.
Today's important headlines, intelligent analysis, hard-hitting interviews. Yeah, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh my God, I love those guys.
MC popped in towards the end of the chat. He's angry with me now. He's calling me divisive.
Well.
Divisive Dave. I'm circus leader Dave. MC needs coffee and a hug. Hopefully MC is not a DirecTV Sunday Ticket subscriber. Also, there'd be a reason why he's Mr. Poopy Pants this morning. DirecTV is saying they will automatically reimburse Sunday Ticket customers after there were problems for the second consecutive week. 7 games aired during the early Sunday window, with many streaming users reporting outages. Traditional satellite viewers not affected by any outages. Now, this is the last year of Sunday Ticket for DirecTV. It's highly expected to go to Apple TV next. I guess the thing is this. By the way, hold on. Let me ask you something. Is DirecTV a sponsor?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, me neither. Dude, if you still have DirecTV, you deserve. If you still have DirecTV and you're buying Sunday Ticket, you deserve to have outages.
You
I'm sorry.
satellite and cable people.
I'm very
get with
sorry.
the times.
Yeah, like, dude, come on. It's the day and age. And I don't get paid for this, but if you don't have YouTube TV, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, $20.
I do have YouTube
Yeah, I know
TV.
you do. You have a $20, $30 Fire Stick or a Chromecast or whatever all you need is a TV and a plug. You can take it anywhere. I get Red Zone. I used to have to pay, what was it, $350 a year or whatever for Sunday Ticket?
That was some ridiculous.
Something stupid. Now I pay $10 a month for the 4 months of football season for Red Zone channel. And I am happy. And I'm watching Scott Hansen, and listen, apologies to Andrew Siciliano, but honestly, if you close your eyes, they both sound the same. That's it. I'm paying $40 for Red Zone. So,
I'm smarter than everyone.
That's right. Bet you MC still has DirecTV.
Wow, we're just going to.
I'm sorry. He's so mad.
Pick on MC Day today.
So mad. He just popped in. It's just like, bro. Maybe it's because of the news that's happening today. I mean, maybe that's why he's mad.
The Ted Lasso news?
No, other thing. I thought this was America.
Oh.
Giancarlo Stanton's walk-off grand slam had a 118-mile-an-hour exit velocity. That's his 11th 118-plus mile-per-hour home run since 2015. And that span, the rest of baseball combined, has had 11. 11. 5 of those 11 by Aaron Judge.
Not shocking, actually.
Not shocking at all. I want to throw this out there, too. Not for nothing, but this isn't really sportsy, but it's Mark Cuban. He was tweeting last night. And this caught my eye because somebody had said there's no such thing as a self-made billionaire, and people are arguing. And anyway, somebody said, well, hold on. What about Mark Cuban? Like, he kind of a self-made billionaire. And a guy says self-made, he made millions on the back of his employees' hard work. He could have given more money to his employees, a security cleaning crew, etc., that made the sale of his company possible. Those employees could have been millionaires. Defending billionaires is weird. And Mark Cuban quote tweeted that. He said, I made $2 million on the sale of my first company. I gave $1 million to our 80 employees. When we sold our next company, which made me a billionaire, 300 out of 330 employees became millionaires. If it's a company I started and it sells, everybody gets bonuses. The PR for Mark Cuban was quite good after that tweet, by the way.
Yeah, well, given the issues with the Mavericks the last couple of years and the, not on the court.
No.
A little good PR is always good for Mark Cuban at this point.
Let's say I don't think anybody here is trying to say Mark Cuban's the end-all, be-all. But
No.
I guess if you're going to be a billionaire, that's kind of the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
National days of today, Wednesday, September 21st. It's World Gratitude Day. A CMC is still doing I thought this was
Let's
America.
focus on the show.
No, that's what I'm doing. I see he's over there doing that. And today is National Gratitude. It's World Gratitude Day.
Is it?
So I'm going to say, you know what, MC, thank you. Thank you for showing up and listening every day. Thank you for policing the likes on the YouTube page. Really, thank you. Thank you for, though your views are just horrific in nature, thank you for standing behind them and providing kind of a comic relief in an abyss of seriousness from time to time. We hear you and I appreciate you, right?
Yeah.
Who do you have to thank?
Whoever decided to turn chicken into tenders. You're a hero. And I'm grateful for you and your existence.
With the luck that I've had with chicken, mine would be chicken chewies. Like, I can't make tender chicken, dude. Chicken breasts.
I'm sorry.
Thighs, no problem.
It's difficult. It's not an easy thing.
Breasts can go straight to heck.
Wow.
I mean, chicken breast.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Take down the old chicken boob.
Did you know I didn't eat a chicken breast for, seriously, from the time I was 5 to the time I was 12?
I didn't, but it's one of those things, you tell me it, I don't even need the story, I believe you.
My cousin Gabrielle told me that one time she was eating
That always cues you to tell the story.
My cousin Gabrielle told me once that she was eating a chicken breast and she bit into a nipple. And I fully believed that.
Of course.
That
at that age you do. I would believe it too.
And I almost threw up and I couldn't touch another chicken breast. Today's National New York Day. Well, you had a Stanton walk-off. You had Judge's 60th. What else do you need? Favorite thing about New York, even if you haven't been there, go.
Pizza on every corner.
I would say
the ability to dine at any hour.
I would say I'm 100% with you. The street food.
Yeah, it's just great.
And the fact that you can walk around in Manhattan and there's stuff to look at everywhere.
Everywhere, whether that's people, buildings, parks.
Look, there's the SNL building, whatever the
30 Rock, right?
30, Rockefeller Center. Oh, look, there's a Radio City Music Hall. There's Carnegie Hall. There's Central Park. Oh, and there's some halal food and pizza. Perhaps halal pizza. I don't even know if that's a thing or not, but it's all amazing. And finally, World Pecan Cookie Day. No, I'm good. Celebrity birthdays today is going to be weird because there's no competition. How are we going to do this? Because you said it's a good day for celebrity birthdays.
I think you should compete with yourself and try to be your best self.
And let's see. I've got to get within, let's say, 5?
Sure.
Okay, go.
All right, let's start with former Full House actor Dave Coulier. He was Joey.
Also, the subject of You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette, according to legend. Dave Coulier is 60. It's 60.
Very close. Dave Coulier is a very young 63.
Hey!
You're within the margin of error.
Okay, so that's one.
All right, singer Faith Hill.
Oh, Faith Hill? Singer Faith Hill. Oh, let's see. She's married to Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw was in his early 20s in 94. It's now 26 years later. I'm going to say Faith Hill is 55.
Right on the money. Faith Hill is 55.
I'm the best.
The great Bill Murray has a birthday today.
Ooh, I don't like this one. Bill Murray. I'm going to say Bill Murray is 76.
Bill Murray's 72. Don't age Bill, please.
Oh, I'm fine with that. Still within 5.
Still within 5. How about singer Jason Derulo?
He has that one.
He has a lot of songs. No one ever knows they're his.
Talk dirty to me.
His age, please.
30.
36. I missed that one.
Oh, no, I didn't get that one.
The great Ricky Lake has a birthday today.
Oh, Ricky Lake. Ricky Lake is 69.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
He likes 54.
Oh.
And finally, the legendary Stephen King is celebrating a birthday today.
Oh, God. Stephen King is 77?
Very close. Stephen King is 75.
Long live Stephen King. You think his friends you think anyone calls him Steve?
Yes.
Steve King?
Yes.
Is Steve King a good author?
No.
No.
Steve King, better basketball announcer.
For J-Bars, all of you, and yes, MC, I truly do love you and appreciate our banter. And all of you on the YouTube chat, love you so much. Jim Rome is next. Enjoy the rest of your broadcast day right here on Sports 1140 KHTK. Bye-bye now.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
This is Joe Cordell. In other ads, I've talked about the weighty matters that are on the table in divorce: assets, debts, spousal support, and of course, children. But here I want to talk to you about a troublesome issue that arises early and often in the divorce process, but which attorneys, including myself, say too little about, and that's the cost of a divorce. Yet as important as this factor is, it shouldn't overwhelm the more deserving issues that are raised by divorce. But here are just a few things that Cordell & Cordell is doing to help. We have now reduced our initial deposit or retainer. Also, there's no longer a charge for initial consultations for those who retain. And finally, we now provide on the